What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. This is episode 414 for the week of November 2nd, 2020. That's how this week's episode is. Let the good times roll. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire, and this week, I'm alone. Will has officially departed, and obviously wish him nothing but the best in what he decides to do for the future. And be completely honest with you as well. I didn't think, okay, let's do this. Oh yeah, how the fuck do we talk about this? So, Will and I had talked multiple times. We're gonna break things down a little bit here. Will and I had mentioned a few times over the past year, and maybe once or twice the year before, about, hearts and minds not in it anymore. This is both of us, right? This is both of us. And the thought was, what if we just close up shop, And then the conversation it just became more and more real as we're getting closer and closer to Worlds this year, about what would happen if we just decided to close up shop entirely. And then I was using Worlds weekend to decide. I was fully set. And I told Will this as well. Like, my thought is that in the airport on the Monday, the travel day, my plan was to have a statement written for the show. And that statement was going to say how we were going to close up shop, and that was going to be it. And then the weekend happened, and I had that thought process going into the weekend. Okay, that was my thought going into the weekend. And I told myself that to me personally, I couldn't give a shit what the announcement was, like, at the event. Whether it was a Halo 1 remake, which is what it is, or something else entirely, and I wouldn't care what the HCS announcement was on that Saturday. The idea was that I was going to use that weekend as kind of a barometer and figure it out. And I was fully prepared on that Monday in the airport, because I had a much later flight, to really think about everything and have a statement written out that our World's post show last week was going to be the final show for the both of us. And clearly, that's not what has happened. I did not write the statement that I thought I was going to. Because, just to be completely honest, I'm still figuring it out. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that, I feel fucking rejuvenated and revigorated and all that stuff. That's not necessarily the case. Because at the end of the day, still love doing the show, and still love you guys, and still love the scene, right? It's just, there's a lot that happens behind the scenes. And I'm not talking about with Will, I'm talking about external. There's a lot of things that happen year over year when you've been in this scene for as long as we have, and things start to get to you. And those things, for me at least, they really fucking got to me over the past year. But I keep thinking back on it, and I keep having an internal struggle, and you guys don't need to fucking hear all this. Like, it doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. It's all feelings. But I think about it all the time, and I love this thing. Like, it allows me to take that time out of my week or whatever and just, focus on something that's not, just focus on something that I truly love. And so let me just say this. I wish that I could tell you right here and right now that here's the date that everything's being cut off. Like, here's the date everything is being shut down. Done. But I'm not there yet. I really thought that World's Weekend was going to solidify things. I thought that was going to be the time where it's like, okay, the season's over. We've talked about everything we've wanted to talk about and kind of ride off into the sunset, right? So I can't tell you when the show will conclude. It could be, it could be next week. It could be further from that. I don't know, because I'm still figuring it out. But just know that Will and I loved doing this week in, week out. We loved being able to talk to you guys. We loved just interacting with you all and sharing our stories and sharing those stories with each other, and just, it was 8 years, man. It was 8 years. And while he's not here with me in the room right now, but I'll tell you right now, Will, he's got incredible things coming for his future. Incredible things coming for his future. And it's I really fucking do wish him the best, man. I really do. Because this show, and I said it last week as well, like, this show literally wouldn't exist without him bringing up the idea in the first place. So, shout out, man. AC, thank you so much, man. And shout out to the audio listeners out there, man. Shout out to the audio listeners, seriously. Oh, Dialed, man. Yeah, we are fucking old, dude. We are old. We are old. All right. So yeah. TLDW, too long didn't watch, or TLDL, too long didn't listen. I don't know when the show is going to officially end completely. I do not know. That day will come. Okay, this show is not going to go on forever. I can guarantee you that right now. It will not go on forever. Let me also say this real quick. And this is not meant to offend anybody. Okay, truly, this is not meant to offend anybody or anything like that. I'm not looking for a new co-host. Sorry for everybody that wants to put in applications for that. Not looking for a new co-host. Will forever has that chair. Like, that is his chair. It is forever his chair. Plain and simple. So sorry to the folks out there that wanted to have a permanent spot on the show. A couple other things I wanted to mention. The plan is, and I hope he doesn't just fucking come out and be like, nah, fuck you, man. The plan is to have Best Man on the show soon, to talk about Worlds, to talk about the year as a whole, to talk about Shopify, all that fun stuff. So we should have Best Man on. relatively soon. He may still be on vacation. Not entirely sure, but there you go. And then additionally, the plan. Yo, what's up, Shurzy? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. The plan as well, so long as this holds, right? So long as this holds, we should have Tashi on at some point in the nearish future as well. Wanted to give him time after Worlds, to, like whether it be vacation or just to rejuvenate or whatever it is. Wanted to give him time. Briefly talked at Worlds about wanting him on in sometime in November or so, just to really do like an infinite retrospective. Okay, to kind of talk about the last 4 years as a whole, goals, expectations, stuff like that, and just have a little check-in, a little chit-chat. You know what I mean? So that's the idea. That's in the near term. Okay, that's in the near term. But got a show to do. So without further ado, let's get into some competitive news. Halo World Championship 2020 fat recap. This is by the HCS. First and foremost, the cosplay contest winners. They are Miss Boof, which was Olympia Vale in the full like RGB suit. We talked about it last week, but officially one of the winners here. Congratulations to her. Her suit was incredible. And then James as the Crochet Master Chief, who, as a matter of fact, if I need to see it, it's somewhere on the set. Yeah, right here. Right here. This is one of the little crochet chief helmets. For the audio listeners, I'm holding up one of the little tokens that James was giving out. It just really fucking cool, man. Just really absolutely fucking cool. So we'll set Mr. Chief here. There we go. And then Solom Moores as the Flood Spartan on ascending to the main stage, and all heroic contestants who dazzled the crowd at the community cosplay contest. There is... What's up, Danny Phantom? Welcome back. Fuck yeah, you did, John. You gave me one after I fist bumped him. It was so cool. And then Justin, I got to give a couple shout outs here to Justin. So Justin, goalie sniper, who won the Gamers Outreach PC, by the way. Shout out to him. He got a white Spartan helmet, the crocheted Spartan helmet, which is pretty cool. And then also, he actually had an encounter with the Flood... with Solomor's, the Flood Spartan, in the bathroom at the event, as a matter of fact. And he made a really funny joke, about like, he just made the joke about like how a Flood person takes a piss and all that fun stuff. So, Fulcrum, thank you so much for the 28-month resub. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Welcome back, Fulk. Good to see you, buddy. Justin, I'm talking about your experience. Well, I'm not going to fully detail it because it's a private matter, but when you were in the bathroom and you witnessed you saw the Flood Spartan walk in and needing to take a leak, and you made the funny joke regarding that. Pockeye, shout out to you as well, man. It was a pleasure meeting you as well. Super, super kind. Super, super kind. Also, I'm going to get sappy later on in the episode as well when we get to the topic, because I have a lot of thanks to give out. So be aware of that. Things are going to get sappy later on in the show, I promise you. Whether you like it or not, so fuck you if you don't like that shit. As I literally just said, like, fuck my own feelings earlier in the episode. What are you going to do? Josh, use the playing cards yet? I have not, Chuck. They are sealed. I have them sitting in with my, and you'll get a shout out too, Chuck. Don't worry. They're sealed and they're sitting with my like memorabilia of, like, I have a movie and TV shelf, and then I have like a games shelf and whatnot, and it's with the movie and TV side. And so yes, don't you dare thank me. Oh, Rona, don't worry, you ain't getting shit, bud. Don't worry about it. All right. Justin says, walked in, saw him pissing, and went, oh my God, the one question I had this weekend is finally being answered. He laughed, another guy pissing laughed, a bond in the bathroom was made. Good time. Shout out to the Flood Spartan. Seriously. All right. The Makers Contest winners as well from Worlds. Draxus took first place with his Jaga Rodmanai bus. I'm sorry. An Elite Bloodblade, which was really fucking cool. followed closely by Mighty Mark Props with an extra lethal Hydra model, and Fallen 922 with a Cragtastic bass guitar. And all of them were very fucking cool. Next up, because I believe all of the players are finally listed here because they actually put out the graphic, I want to quickly go through the side tournament winners at Worlds in full here. The Halo 2 4v4 first place went to Cult Zodiac, which was, again, Berserker, Repentancy, Nated, and Goatman Jaro. And the Halo 3 2v2 first place went to Vinny Squared, which is Invincible and Obnoxious. Again, first place in the FFA was Lego. First place in the S&D 4v4 tournaments. The first one was Chopped Cheese, which was Kid Nasty, Nuclear Blaze, Serex, and Liggy Biggy. And then in the second tournament, it was Daddy's Darling, which was Mage Lord, Night Owl, Abused Wife, and that is not a great fucking name, and Uncraze. The Halo 5 2v2 first place went to ESA Blue, which was Furiously and Gold Star BR. And the Halo Infinite 2v2 first place went to AB, which was Suspector and Super CC. Moving on. What's up, Quack? Welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. If you missed any of the community meetup posters that you could receive, and by the way, if you missed the meetup, like they had a fuck ton of them at the information desk for all 3 days. But in case you were not attending the event, or if you simply just missed them anyway, you can get digital copies of all of the community meetup posters in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in the chat. Next up, we have a few thank you videos here, a couple of which were posted by the HCS, a few of which were posted by some partnered organizations. They include thank you from the Halo World Championship 2025 by HCS, to Halo fans, thank you, this by the HCS, and then Cloud9, Shopify, and SSG all put out thank you videos for the season. And for the past 4 years, I guess you could say. Laird, I am still alive. It's crazy, man. Who would have thought? World's photo albums. First up, we have the HCS photo album by Just Snipes and David Sandman. Then we have Meg's photo album and Bejesus's photo album as well. And they are all incredible. And I'm not just saying that because Will and I have pictures in these photo albums and they look amazing. I'm not just saying it because of that. I'm not biased, guys. Not biased. But seriously, though, all the photo albums are incredible. And you can tell that they all put their fucking hearts and their souls. Not like they don't do that already for all the events that they attend, but they really did put all of their heart and all of their soul into these photos. And you really get to fucking see, like, one of the beautiful things about what the photographers do at these events is that they truly capture moments that you may be able to witness, but the way that they're able to capture them, like when you see an incredible pop-off moment when a team wins a series in an open bracket to qualify for pool play, or a team wins an incredibly close matchup in the champ bracket and you get to see them on main stage and they're popping off. The way that they're able to capture these moments is just, I mean, they're cemented in history. They're cemented in history. So huge shout out to all the photographers. Again, Just Snipes, David Sandman, Meg, Bejesus, anybody else that was getting photos at the event that I've seen across the timeline. You all are incredible. And this scene does not fucking deserve you for the work that you do. Next up, believe it or not, Europa Halo are back. This is by Europa Halo. They state, Europa Halo is now under new ownership and management. Plans are underway to move the brand forward in 2026 to support the Halo ecosystem. If you want to be part of that journey with us, you can register your interest via a DM to them, or you can email haloeuropa@gmail.com. So go check that out. Congratulations to them on coming back. I know Kalen is not involved in any way, shape, or form any longer. I'm wishing him the absolute best as well for his future endeavors, whatever he decides to do. He's been gone for a couple years now, but regardless, wishing him the best. And then to the new ownership and management of Europa Halo, welcome. Welcome back, I guess you could say. And looking forward to what you guys accomplish in the new year. Because regardless of whether or not we're here, we'll be cheering on from the sidelines anyway. Next up, Hitch is looking for a sponsor for a charity Halo 3 tournament. This is by Hitch. And he states, looking for a very small prize pool for a Halo 3 throwback for charity on the 8th. Anyone interested in sponsoring? And then I believe Tashi actually replied to Hitch saying that he should reach out to him directly. So maybe something's going to be happening there. That'd be really fucking cool. But from Icons, the preseason 2025, a charity campaign raising money for men's health and suicide awareness. There will be a Modern Warfare 3 throwback tournament, a Halo 3 throwback tournament, dozens of creator streams, and a ping pong invitational. So this is the event that Hitch was referencing. And then also a little fun fact here, APG, based on his recent tweet, is going to be the one putting on this Halo 3 throwback tournament for this charitable cause. So, fuck yeah. Congratulations to everybody involved, and really looking forward to seeing it. Chuck states, the offseason is a great event he runs. He lost his father to suicide, so it's a big event for him. I always donate. That's fucking awesome, Chuck. And I mean, the suicide part is awful. Like, do not get me wrong. But I think it's incredible and powerful how he's taken such a traumatic moment in his life and he's trying to shape it into something that can be positive for others. And I believe it was his tweet or somebody else's that said they weren't able to do it last year or something like that. And so obviously it sounds like this one's going to feel even more special. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Obviously we'll try to donate as well. And just, yeah. It's great to try to make a traumatizing and horrible thing in your life and try to make it into something that can be meaningful and purposeful. And yeah, that's commendable from Hitch. The final news story that we have here. Believe it or not, yes, that second DreamHack event is in fact in Atlanta. So there was a lot of, So there's a lot of speculation at first, like right when the Waypoint article came out, like a week and a half ago or whatever, there was a lot of a discussion of like, well, where is this North American DreamHack event going to be taking place? Because we already knew that Birmingham was taking place in the EU. And so everyone was wondering, well, where's this North American tournament taking place? What's up, Collect? Welcome back. Good to see you. And so then people went fucking scouring, right? And eventually, like through DreamHack's own web pages and stuff, they already announced that there was going to be one in Atlanta, Georgia. And sure as shit, that is where the Halo event is also taking place. So DreamHack Atlanta 2026, Halo returns. It's May 15th through the 17th, 2026. You can purchase tickets right fucking now, as a matter of fact. And believe it or not, we'll have more to talk about during COD and Other Games Watch, because Team Passes, I believe, went on sale today for that event in May of next year. So, wow. And then from Adam Apicella, he states more Halo details coming soon. Okay, so more Halo details are coming soon for that. So stay tuned there. Looking forward to it. Halo COD and CSGO 2 at one event. Yeah, I mean, this isn't the first time though, right, Chuck? Wasn't DreamHack Dallas another one this year? I think it had all three. I know it had COD and Halo. I think it had CS as well. That's it for the competitive news, which means it's time, believe it or not, it's time for Rostermania. Riz says DreamHack Dallas was awesome minus the food poisoning. Oh, that's I fucking forgot, man. Oh, I forgot about that. Holy moly. I fucking forgot about that. Holy shit. All right. Well, I'm sorry that happened again. Rostermania time. So, Trippy plans to stick with Halo. This is by Trippy and Crispy Corn Pops over on Reddit. Crispy was the one that got the clip of Trippy. And so, yeah, it sounds like Trippy wants to compete this year, or I should say in 2026. Doesn't plan on switching to COD. And so, best of luck to him. And hopefully, because watching Last Shot's stream today, obviously they had just won Worlds, right? And Shopify had tweeted out that we'll see you in the new year. Best Man said, like, see you next year. So, and last shot was even talking about how it sounds like the team is going to be sticking together, right? So obviously I would assume that Shopify will be sticking together in 2026, which means if Legend is in fact moving over to COD, and we'll talk about a couple other free agents, including Collect as well here. Someone's got to form a team to try to beat them, right? Like someone's got to try to do it. Whether that be like Renegade Bound and a couple others, I have no fucking idea what their plans are, man. It's just, this is going to be weird. Yeah, I'm very curious what Rostermania is going to be for the remainder of the actual offseason before we get into the 26 events, because we only know. Oh, Zarin, welcome back, buddy. It's his final start playing again. Yo, Dialed, where you at? But this year's offseason leading into 26, right? Where we only really know at this point in time, we only really know a couple of the LAN events that are taking place. Well, 3 technically. You have both DreamHacks and then Halo Fest. So we only know of the 3 LAN events that are taking place, of which Halo Fest is an invitational. The 2 DreamHacks are opens. Or I should say they'll have open brackets associated with them. So we don't know what online events are going to be looking like. We don't know if a Pro League is coming back by LVT. We don't know. So, yeah, I'm very curious what the offseason is going to look like in terms of Rostermania, because if Shopify sticks together, and I have a hard time thinking of any type of team composition where Shopify doesn't just run the table. So I'm curious. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait. That's what the fucking off season's for. Right? That's what Rostermania is for. Speaking of more Rostermania, free agents for COD. Precision states, now that Worlds is over, I'm currently a free agent for COD Challengers. So if anyone wants to make some noise, let me know. And then also Collect retweeted a tweet that he had put out in September that said free agent for Black Ops 7. So there you go. A couple Halo folks potentially wanting to make that switch over to COD and try to make a run over there. And frankly, I don't blame them. I do not blame them. And obviously wish them the absolute best as well. Love when we see Halo talent make that transition over to Call of Duty, and not just make that transition, but fucking thrive. It really is like, it's going to sound stupid. It's like a proud dad moment, right? When you see an incredible player in the Halo space make their way over to COD and just really just fucking hit it off immediately. It's a great sight to behold. All right. That is going to do it for Rostermania. It's time for your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. On Saturday, November 8th and Sunday, November 9th, we have the European Halo Championship 2025. And we have a talent announcement. This includes your host, Affinity, your analysts, Lethal and Reed, and your casters, Vanadam, Captain James Force, Hixie, and returning to the casting booth, we have former Navi, former ITB. We don't need to talk about ITB, but former coach, Wonder Boy, is going to be back in the booth. Very fucking cool to see. He has a great mind for the game, and should be a really fun weekend. Should be a really fucking fun weekend. According to a recent tweet as well, it sounds like there's still a couple team passes that are available. And so if you are a team that is in that region, then please sign up, compete, try to win some money. Keep competitive Halo fucking thriving. Keep doing it. And that's it for the upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. Scrim Tournament League recaps. Got a couple of them for you. First up, Halo 5 Swatoween Lives 2v2 results. Second place went to Team Trash, which, yes, they didn't take first, but they're not necessarily trash. I don't know if you go as far as to call them trash, but regardless. Mikey and Res Energy taking home second place. And the first place went to Halo 5 OGs, which went to Dark Idiom and Scion. Congratulations to them. And then finally, the return of the AGLA, American Griffball League of America Pro League Championships. In first place went to 3 Days Ace. Clever name. I'll give it to you. It's a clever name. I respect it. That includes Hell's Angel, Ace Be Silent, Scullin, and BCN19. Congratulations to you guys. There's a VOD in 3 parts in the Google Doc of the show to the show. Each VOD, I believe, is 1 game, like an hour apiece or something like that. So go ahead and check those out if you were interested in some competitive Griffball action. And I will say, it's a fucking treat. Halo, the way that they, again, I swear to God, I take full responsibility for this. I know we did not cover the AGLA as much as we should have over the course of the last year, because what they are doing, what the Play Griffball community have done with Griffball, I mean, for fuck's sake, they worked with Halo Studios to bring Griffball into the main game. Like, they worked with Halo Studios to bring Griffball into the main game. But what they've been able to do, because guys, let's bring it all back. Let's bring it all back to when the game released. 5.5, whatever fucking years ago it was. Halo Infinite releases, and its Gravity Hammer is in such a state that it really doesn't feel viable for a Griffball format, right? And year over year passes, and then we finally hear that the Play Griffball community are working with Halo Studios on bringing it into the main game. And then just the fact that they're like, fuck that, we will make this work for what we want it to do with like Forge and everything. And they've made something that's not just competitive, but also just really fucking fun and cool, and allows you to showcase a lot of the it's gonna sound fucking dumb, but like a lot of the skill, like the skill gap in the Griffball community. So it's awesome. Where can I find this legendary content? Let me see if I can create an invite to their server. Give me a second. I'm going to do this. But do it live. Invite people. Copy. Go to Twitch chat. Boom. There you go. Join the Play Griffball Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Join that shit. And they're still, like, they're running leagues, right? They're running leagues, and they also run customs nights, if I'm not mistaken. So if you just want to get your toes wet, you just want to dip your toes in the water and see how you're feeling about it, I believe they do community game nights, so on and so forth. So yeah, go fucking join their Discord. Do it up. Shout out the AGLA, the American Griffball League of America. And that's it for the Scrim. Jesus Christ, I still fuck it up. The Scrim Tournament League recaps for the week. Let's get into the topic. Let's just get right the fuck into the topic. We're gonna reminisce a little bit about Worlds, and I'm gonna get a little more into the feels, I guess you could say. Love Griffball, but man, if you ever have over 30 milliseconds, you're not going to be competitive. Oh, sure. We're okay. If you're going to throw ping into it, absent, for fuck's sake. My God. Obviously. All right. Let's reminisce about Worlds. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to kind of go through my experience at the event. Because like I said, I went into... Oh, and Apps, I'm just giving you shit, buddy. You know that. As I said during the show's opening, right? I kind of went into the event with the thought in my mind that we were going to completely close up shop on last week's show. That was truly, hey, there's Nick. Nick, I fucking said, next week? Next week? You want to be on next week? Should we make it happen? I literally said earlier, I was letting you take your time on your vacation. I said you'd be on soon. Yeah, all right, next week, let's book it. Let's fucking book it. Spoilers, the show next week? Yes, there will be. Like I said, best man we need to have on, need to have Tashi on at some point as well. The show continues. The show continues. All right, best man, we'll lock it in. So, like I said, going into the weekend, I had the thought in the back of my mind that we were going to close up shop on last week on Tuesday, and that was going to be the end of it. And I was using this weekend, or that weekend, I should say, to gauge where that was. And then the weekend happened, and like I said, the thought was never surrounding the announcements that Halo Studios and the HCS were going to make. Those had completely no weight on my thought process whatsoever. So with that in mind, just want to go through the experience here as a whole. So on Thursday we get in, and it started off. So typically this is going to sound really stupid. So story time, ladies and gentlemen, grab yourself a beverage, grab yourself a snack. Let's all relax. Let's have a little chat. And if you attended the event, feel free to chime in as well. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts too. Here was just my experience. So at events, typically every event that we have the honor and pleasure of going to, there's usually an underlying theme. And it's never forced. Like something pops up typically the first day or first night of that weekend, and it becomes the underlying theme of the weekend, of the event. For the Airbnb group and stuff like that. And for those who don't know, there is a Netflix sensation that has swept the nation, or really swept the world. That's K-pop Demon Hunters. So what started off on Thursday evening, where we started watching K-pop Demon Hunters in the Airbnb, that then transcended from that one singular moment into the entire weekend, where we were all, and it was all just so natural, where at any given moment, any one of us were humming or singing a lyric, more than likely from Golden, sometimes from Takedown, sometimes from Soda Pop, sometimes from Your Idol. It was all weekend long. So the underlying theme of the world's weekend was K-pop Demon Hunters, to the point where it was watched more than one time in full during the weekend. I'm not complaining. It was a great time. Don't get me wrong. We got to expose people to it for the first time that had never seen it before. They became fans right away. And yes, Tactical Tyler, the songs are very fucking addicting. They really, really are. Justin says, still stuck in my head. I'm telling you, man, it'll never leave. It'll never leave you. You're welcome, by the way. Go Vikings? Yeah, fuck, dude, wow. Was not expecting that win at all. Was not expecting that win at all. But hey, good for them. That's right. That's right, Justin. All right. So Thursday night, we start with some K-pop Demon Hunters. Then we go to the spin party for a little bit of time. They hadn't finished setting things up yet, but it was still a vibe regardless. People were hanging out. People were drinking. People were playing the ping-pongs. They're getting set up for the LAN. So there's that. And then eventually we made our way over to the Mythic Gaming Party, the Mythic Gaming House, where they were doing a little beer pong tournament, as a matter of fact, and just vibing and everybody's having a good time drinking and all that fun stuff. So Thursday was very chill. Thursday was a chill day, chill night. The event obviously hadn't started yet. And yes, Hawkeye, like you said, shout out Mythic, shout out to everybody there. I will make sure that I give the shout outs in a little bit. Everybody's going to get theirs. But yeah, it was a really, really fun time. Also got in the feels a little bit at that event, but that's besides the point. So Friday rolls around and got to give a shout out to Jumperscape and the HCS for allowing us to do the community corner event. And also want to give a major shout out to everybody who stopped by to get stickers to participate in the weapon drill challenge, which congratulations to Mr. Epic Beast on winning, by the way. As a matter of fact, your merch has been shipped out. And yeah, it was a really, we've never been we've never been in that type of situation before where they reach out and they're like, hey, we're thinking about doing something like this. Would you guys be interested in potentially getting a slot, like getting a time slot? And we're like, yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a great idea. And then like to go through the process, to go through the round of interviews and everything, and to be accepted into the process. And to have our own time slot, which originally was an hour. Like it's a little inside baseball. Like it was originally meant to be like an hour-long segment. That we just have to fill an hour-long time slot. And then it eventually grew to 2.5 hours. And just to be given that opportunity at the biggest event of the year, to have that trust of Jumperscape and the HCS in us to do something like that was fucking awesome. It was awesome. And the fact that the thing that really gets me, and I'll never forget this, and I know this is semi-recent, but like genuinely, this is a memory that I'll never forget. During the interview process, these were being live recorded and transcripted for Halo Studios to go through and to verify, right? To make sure that they were getting the right people to be representing at the event. And during our interview, I remember mentioning like, I was joking, but I've worked in customer service for a long time throughout my life, right? So like I know when to put the customer service face on, and I can turn off the swearing, and believe it or not, I can turn off the swearing if I need to. And so I made the joke, and they were talking about those that were interviewing us. They didn't worry about it. Like they didn't. It's like they didn't. They wanted us to be authentic. That was the thing that really stuck with me, is that they truly wanted us to be authentic and to be ourselves. And that's one of the things. The reason why that sticks out to me so much is because that's something that we advocate for so fucking much on this thing, is that you should be able to be yourself. And if I'm not being myself and I'm not being authentic, then I'm doing a disservice to you, the listener. I'm doing a disservice to you, the watcher. I'm doing a disservice to you, the individual who comes up to want to have a chat with us at an event or in Discord or in a DM or whatever it is. I'm not being genuine if I'm not doing that. And to hear it from them being like, no, we don't have any worries about that. We want you to be yourself. I'm like, it really hit. I kind of at a loss for words right now. It felt unbelievable. And so we had the interview, right? And then we're going through the whole process, and like I was talking to Will, and I'm like, let's just not get our hopes up. Let's keep our expectations in check, right? We got, like we say on the show, right? And so yeah, we kept our expectations where they were. And we're like, if we get it, cool. If we don't, who cares? It's all good. We did the thing. So then they reach back out and they're like, you guys are locked in, ready to go. And we're like, oh, okay, shit. All right. But then to take it a step further, then to take it a step further and them to tell us that, no, not only are you confirmed for this, but we're giving you, like, we're going to let you choose a time slot that you want. And it's 2.5 hours and you can do whatever you want. Like, as long as it's approved ahead of time, you can do whatever you want. And we're like, oh my God. So we picked the 7:30 time slot on Friday. We closed the night out. Like, all the announcements had taken place, so we didn't need to worry about interfering with that. So we could experience them too. And we have the last time slot of the night. We're going to close the night out at the event on a Friday. It's going to be a great time. And we settle on 2 activations. We settle on the weapon drill challenge and the quote unquote live show. And it was fucking awesome. It was just fucking awesome. I got to give a shout out to Ashley. Major shout out to Ashley for basically running single-handedly the weapon drill challenge, making sure that all the scores were tallied and we were making sure that we always had the top score ready to go. So huge shout out to her. Just awesome. And then, yeah, Will and I got to sit down and hang out and do a quote unquote live show with you guys. And it was, this sounds stupid, but like, it's hard. Kelly, what's up, man? It's hard to, one of the main reasons why we don't like have a lot of guests on normally on like this show is because it's very hard logistics wise to make sure that everyone's on the same page and everything's coordinated and blah, 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 blah. But I won't lie to you. Like, it has always been a thought of like, oh, it'd be really cool just to like bring people on every now and again just to shoot the shit or whatever it is and talk about the thing that we're talking about on the show at that time. And so to have that moment literally where we didn't have an outline and like for the first time, guys, for the first time since the show's existence 8 years ago, we did not have an outline where we're just going to go in just like in the moment with all like with our community members around us who are all there to experience this wonderful event together. And we're just going to fucking talk about it. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to fucking talk about it. It's going to be a great time. And it was. It really fucking was. And it's just a really cool moment of like not having to be prepared, right? As weird as that sounds, like I love the notes and everything, don't get me wrong, but just in that moment, letting the event kind of take over. That was it. Just letting the event and letting that moment take over. And just being able to share it with you all was just really, really cool. This is really cool. So again, I got to give a massive shout out to Jumperscape and the HCS for trusting us. For simply trusting us. Because that means more than I could ever explain. There's not enough words to use that could explain how thankful that I am that they trusted us in that moment. So really huge thank you to them. And then also got to give a shout out to David, Sandman, got to give a shout out to Meg for capturing photos of both Will and I at that community corner time slot because they are awesome. And again, we've had the pleasure of knowing Dave and Meg for a little while now. And they are like, Meg will tell you herself, she does not take compliments. And Dave, they're both two of the sweetest human beings on the fucking planet. And this was, guys, the work that they do is phenomenal. It's unscripted, right? Like we didn't call them over It'd be like, guys, it's time to like make sure to take our pictures and shit. No, there was never a conversation like that. And just that they were just there. Like the beautiful part is I didn't see them. Like, I don't remember seeing them taking the pictures that they had. And it was just really fucking cool. So huge shout out to them. Thonky with the 24-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you so much for the resub, man. Greatly appreciated. And Freezy, welcome back as well, sir. It's great to see you. Great to see you. Meant every fucking word in that DM, Freezy. Meant every fucking word. So yeah, just that whole experience of the community corner time slot was just something that I'll never forget. And then also, we had a little bit of a commander night. That went off the rails pretty quick, but it was still fun regardless. So it was great. Who won the sniper event and how many points? Oh shit. Hold on. Give me a moment. Because Will, I believe, had sent me the points as well here. Mr. Epic Beast with 27,880 points. And his merch had been sent out. So there you go. What, I could have won? No. Hey, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, Commander Night, it was fun. Commander kind of took the Pro Talk community by storm at SLC. And it's really hard because Commander games can take a long time. We wanted to play, we dedicated like Friday night. That was going to be Commander Night. But obviously the event ran late because of our community time slot. Folks were tired and whatnot. We were able to get one game in. We were not able to get a game in with Justin, unfortunately, or Zarners or Danielle. So apologies, folks. And Snag, but fuck you, Snag. You know what I mean? So we weren't able to get an additional game going, and it is really fucking hard to coordinate. But need to get a fucking... That's why we do community nights in the Discord server. So if you want to play some Commander, Magic the Gathering, join the Discord, ! Discord and chat. It's free. And play some fucking Commander nights with us. We typically try to get them going every Wednesday night. But if there's folks available, then it doesn't necessarily need to be a Wednesday night. But usually Wednesday nights. So, that was Friday. Saturday. I want to talk about Saturday here. Saturday, the Halo campaign evolved demo. Played it twice. I want to give you my full experience with this. Okay. And if folks have, if you guys in chat or whatnot, or folks that are maybe listening to the audio version of this or checking out the YouTube VOD, let me know your thoughts on the demo. Let me know, even if you didn't play it, let me know your thoughts on Halo Campaign Evolved. Still a dumb fucking name, even if it is CE, I don't fucking care. So, played it twice. Justin and I, we got in line immediately on Saturday morning before we had to do the whole reservation thing. So we get in immediately on Saturday morning. We're some of the first people in line. We get in with the first group of people. We take our seats, we sit down, we're locked in, we're fucking ready to go. No co-op, by the way. There was no co-op available in the demo. It was solo only. Okay, so for those who don't know, Halo Campaign Evolved will be releasing with 4-player co-op online. 4-player co-op online with cross-play and cross-progression. By the way, cross-play and cross-progression across Xbox Series consoles, PC, and PlayStation 5. Okay? It's also releasing with 2-player split screen on console. 2-player split screen on console. Okay? But there was no co-op available in this demo. No co-op available in the demo, solo only. So, Justin, sitting to my left, And then I believe it was Eddie who was sitting on my right. And we load in, playing the demo on our separate stations, whatever it is. And I noticed something right off the bat. My screen, my colors feel washed out. Like they're not vibrant. There's not a lot of contrast going on in the colors of my screen. And I'm looking at Justin's, I'm looking at Eddie's, and both of theirs are like, they're vibrant, they're lush, like they feel like they should feel, or they look like they should look. And then another thing I immediately noticed so we're playing the Silent Cartographer mission, and it wasn't the full mission, by the way. It was not the full mission. It was like 3/4 to like fucking 6/8 of the mission, however way you want to look at it. So the thing I noticed immediately upon dropping off the Pelican, you're dropping off the Pelican, you're storming the beach, you're fighting the grunts and the elites and all that shit. The literal first thing I noticed when playing the demo was that I am getting an unbelievable amount of input lag. Like an unfucking believable amount of input lag. It felt awful. Like I would hit my stick, or I would press a button and it would be like half a second before things were being registered. It felt that bad. It genuinely felt that fucking bad. And so I get through it, I push through and whatnot. I'm like, man, that just felt off. It felt gross. It didn't feel, and yes, I know that it's a work in progress build. Right? I know it was not indicative of what's going to be finally released. Thonky, we're going to talk about that. And Ronan, no, it's not that, I promise you. Because Thonky's dead on here. So I get through that demo, and I look at Justin, and I look at Eddie's setup, and I'm like, that's kind of fucked. Like, I did not have a good time during that demo. And Justin was saying like, oh, I didn't experience any of that. That's fucking weird. Like my shit felt smooth and looked great and blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, it's really fucking weird. And another thing I noticed as well that I didn't mention was that I had a shit ton of hitching. Like a lot of fucking hitching, a lot of frame drops, so on and so forth. And then like a lot of lighting pop in. Like a lot of pop in for lighting and some textures and shit. It just felt fucking off, man. And Justin was saying how he really didn't feel like he was experiencing any of those things that I was. Yeah, a little bit of hitching here and there, but like nothing as drastic as what I was experiencing. And I'm like, okay, I filled out the survey. I was brutally honest. I wasn't shitting on him or anything, but like, no, I was honest about what I experienced and what I felt. And the worst part is that, I know it doesn't fucking mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but like Tools was there. Tools was like right out from like where people exited from the demo. And I didn't realize at first that they were live for LVT. And he stops me and asks me about playing the demo. And my only reaction, not real, like I was so out of it. I wasn't like ready. I wasn't ready for that. But my only reaction was that I thought it was awful. Like I thought it was fucking awful. So I talked about it very briefly during that stream on that Saturday that it was fucking bad. It was fucking bad. And so after that whole thing, I looked at Justin. I'm like, I want to play it again. I want to play it again. I truly believe that my station was just fucked. I truly believe that I had a bad station because I haven't heard anybody else talk that negatively about the demo. Except what I experienced, right? And Funky, like it sounds like you experienced as well. So Justin and I decided to sign up for like a 6:30 p.m. time slot for another run of the demo. Time slot comes up, we get in line, we get our card, we're good to go. And him and I decide immediately, we're picking a different spot. We are sitting as far away from where we were before because I want a different station. Blaze Ellis, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. So wanted to get a different station. Wanted to sit as far away as we could from that fucking situation. And we did. And immediately, this is not to blow smoke up it's not to blow smoke up Halo Studios' ass. Okay, I will be brutally honest no matter what. That's the whole fucking point of what we do here, is that I'm not going to hold shit back. Sorry, not sorry. And that first demo that I had was fucking awful. So going into it the second time at a completely different station, I'm not kidding. It was a night and day difference. It truly, truly was. My colors were not washed out anymore. The input lag was gone. But the hitching, while not as severe as the first time, there was still some frame hitching, which was annoying. And there was still that light pop in. There was still that lighting pop in that was consistent. And it really, I believe, now I don't know, okay, I don't want to say this definitively, but I believe that the cutscenes are in engine. Like they're not like, this isn't a Blur Studios thing, right? I believe this is like in engine cutscenes. And the reason I say that is because when you watch the opening cutscene of when the Pelicans are flying in and whatnot, and you get to see the vistas as you're flying by, there is a massive amount of lighting pop in that is happening throughout. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't look good. That does not look good. Justin says they are. I tested it. Well, there you go. We're going to take Justin's word for it, right? Either way, they didn't look great. And so I'm really hoping, again, this is a pre-release build. They still have plenty of time before the game's going to release. I'm really hoping that they're able to shore things up. And the other thing, I get it's Unreal, but at the same time, we're talking about a campaign that released over 20 years ago. And I really, truly hope that whether it be via a performance mode or whatever, that at the very least, that this thing runs at a buttery smooth 60 FPS on console. Because it was not running at a buttery smooth 60 FPS in the demo. So again, I understand pre-release build, subject to change, a lot of things that still need to be worked on. But the fact that it wasn't 60 FPS in that moment, there was a lot of frame hitching, there was a lot of pop in. I'm like, guys, doesn't feel like we're putting our best foot forward here. Doesn't mean I'm not excited for it, because I'm going to play the fuck out of it anyway. I love the idea of there being a shit ton more skulls in the game. I love that. Like, all right, real quick here. Redacted, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the live show. I'll give my thoughts on the Warthog in a minute, Thonky, I promise. But you guys want to know the type of gamer that I am. And I've said this on the show before, Will, my witness. I love checkboxes. I love being able to fucking have, like in an open world game, a Ubisoft title, whatever, or The Witcher, or whatever it may be, the question marks on the map, I need to do every one of them. I need to do every single one of them. I need to cross them all off the map. They all need to be grayed out. I need to do everything in a section before I can move on. So fucking much so that my daughter, oh man, she wanted, before the show tonight, she wanted to play video games with me. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So we go downstairs, we turn the Xbox on. Fuck Jak 2, that game's awful. We turn the Xbox on and open up Game Pass just to see what games are available. She's like, Dad, I want you to teach me how to play a Lego game. And I'm like, okay, cool. We'll see what games we have, blah, blah. And I'm like, I want to know, I'm going to open up the Game Pass tab. I'm just going to see what they added to Game Pass recently. And so open up Game Pass, go to the family, like, genre, right? So it just shows me the games that are kind of designed for kids. And a fucking Barbie game shows up. And she immediately sees the art and she's like, Dad, I want to play that. All right, we'll play the Barbie game. And it's kind of like a city restoration game where you do like these menial tasks and you rebuild this beachfront up and blah, blah, blah. But the type of gamer that I am, there's collectibles in that shit. And literally we see one and they're like little Barbie packages, and we see one in the game world. And I'm like, wait, what's that? It's like sparkling. And she walks up to him like, oh shit, there's collectibles in this game? Yo, what? And then an achievement pops up that we got our first collectible. Oh no. Oh, we're in it now. Lucky for the Barbie game, we had to eat dinner. So otherwise would have been there for like 4 hours. I'm just kidding. But that's the type of gamer that I am. Like, I like crossing off those checkboxes. So bringing it all back to Halo for a second, it's why I'm excited that there's going to be all these new skulls. Because for myself at least, and for Justin and for others out there, we've played CE an ungodly amount of times at this point. You know? Like, we know those levels like the back of our hand, except 2 betrayals, which can go fucking die along with the library. Those missions suck. But more often than not, like, you know exactly where you're going, you know exactly what you're doing. So to have an additional more of a collectible in this game that is hopefully going to promote replayability, promote more exploration, and the fact that these skulls, like, they modify gameplay elements just adds an additional, like, oh, I really need to go get that. I really need to work towards it. You know what I mean? And so I'm really, really excited for that specifically. Just the fact that, yes, I've played this campaign time and time again, but there's going to be new levels. There's going to be weapons that haven't been in there before added to the sandbox. There's going to be quality of life changes. Yes, sprint is not a bad thing. If you think it's bad, then fuck off. And then we have these additional collectibles, which I'm all in for. I'm all fucking in for. So, yeah, I'm excited. But my thoughts on the Warthog, asked Thonky. I agree with you where it felt like it did drive exactly like CE's Warthog, but I think that's a bad thing. Now I know the old heads and the purists out there are going to be like, nah, fuck you. This is exactly how it should have been. You know what? I respect that take. I understand. I am a believer of modernization in games and art. Not AI, fuck AI, but modernization in mechanics, right? Where you add sprint to this thing where, yes, for a purist out there, you can disable it. It's a toggleable option in the settings, or you can just not use it. But for those that want a more modernized version of this, or for those that are playing it for the first time, hell yeah, fucking give that to me. But in terms of the Warthog, maybe it's because I'm just so used to the newer iterations of the Warthog. Maybe it's because they wanted to stick to that physics platform that really kind of set CE on the map. But at the same time, I don't care for it. I think it's too floaty. I think it's not able to be controlled nearly as well because you can't level yourself off midair. You just have to kind of let it take you. And it really sucked too because at least in the demo, with the increased foliage and stuff like that, I really felt like I was getting stuck on. Like, I know people are going to make the Ice Cream Man reference in the fucking custom games. Ha ha ha. But genuinely, I felt like I was getting caught up on so many different rocks and shit that were just barely protruding off the ground, or they would launch me in a way that I wasn't necessarily expecting. So it didn't feel good to play. It just didn't feel good to play. But then again, I don't have to drive the fucking thing. I'd have somebody else drive for me. But you know, that's the way I'm looking at it. The other thing too, talking about the Warthog. So as they showed off in the gameplay premiere of Campaign Evolved, they added an additional seat. What's up, Dav? Welcome back. Phase up, more like phase down. You know what I mean? they added an additional seat to the back of the Warthog. So all 4 players, if you're playing campaign co-op with 4 players, you can have all 4 in the Warthog at one time now, which is really fucking cool. Additionally, a mechanic that is not included is seat swapping. So you cannot swap seats in the Warthog like you can in newer iterations of these titles. Kind of unfortunate. The other thing that does exist, because believe it or not, Justin and I did not test this out in the first time we played the demo, but yes, fall damage does exist in the campaign Evolved. Yes, if you drop off from a high enough height, you will die. So take that for what you will. And then also, as others have already confirmed as well, there is no health pack system in campaign Evolved. Instead, it uses, again, modernized the health and shields system in more modern Halo titles, where you have a separated health bar, if I'm not mistaken, underneath your shield bar that also recharges at a slower rate. And Thonky, I agree completely. I love this change. Genuinely, I really do. And yeah, I am a fan of that. Again, I liked modernized elements of the games. Yo, Bobetta Feta, long time no see, my man. Holy fuck, how are you? So yeah, I'm all for it. I am all for these modernized changes. Genuinely, I am all for it. And frankly, while yes, this is supposed to be congratulations, Bobetta, on the fucking home. Congratulations. You know what? There you go. Congratulations to you. Wanted to get your digs about the new game. The second demo that I played, the second time I played the demo, much better experience. It's damn near exactly what I would want out of this type of game, out of this type of remake, out of this type of experience, where it stays true to its roots of like this plays and feels like CE that you know from 25 years ago. Excuse me. But it's got these modernized elements that, frankly, I wish they would have taken a slight step further. I truly do. I truly wish they would have taken it a slight step further, but I know why they don't. I understand and respect why they don't. Again, this is coming from a Josh gamer, not a everybody gamer. Not, you know what I mean? It's my personal opinion. Increased weapon pool is huge. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, Bobetta, I am all for it. I am looking forward to it. I would tell you straight up if I thought it was ass. I don't think it's ass. I think a lot of people online love to hate because they just love to hate shit. And that's their prerogative. They can do what they want. But if I play it and it feels like shit, I will tell you. And that first time I played it on that Saturday morning, it played like dog shit. But as we've come to find out later on that day, it was the system that I was playing on. It was the setup that I was playing on. It was not the gameplay itself. It was not the demo itself. After playing it the second time on a different station, it was a night and day difference. It felt and played like CE with modernized elements. Felt good to play. And I'm excited for the full release. I'm going to play it and we'll see if that opinion stays. I'm excited. I'm kind of the most excited to see, besides the skulls, obviously, I'm also kind of most excited to see how they modernize the levels themselves. That's what I'm curious about, because there's been talks about how they are like restructuring levels to where they may not be one-to-one remakes of what it was in the original campaign. Like maybe they make the library shorter, to betrayal shorter, whatever it may be. There's been a lot of talks about that. So we'll have to wait and see. Xerxes, sorry, which setup did you play on the first time? So let me clarify here, Xerxes. So that's a great question. All setups should have been, emphasis on the should have been the same. So to my knowledge, I believe we were all playing on Series X's. I believe we were all playing on Series X hardware. Now, I don't know, and they all should have been the same monitors, the same controllers, the same headsets. All of it should have been the same. Funky middle button didn't work. It did for me. The home button worked for me. Now, granted, I didn't try it on the first station, but on the second station I played on, it worked for me. Like, my build crashed. My build genuinely crashed. And like, we had to go back to guide, close out the build, reopen the build, like from the Xbox Series guide. So I can definitively tell you that much. So Xerxes, to hopefully answer your question, to hopefully clear up any potential confusion, everybody's setup should have been the exact same. I cannot confirm or deny whether or not they were, but they should have been the same. Now, John says, I wonder if someone changed the game setting somehow on that first station, or if it had been running the game for hours already and caused issues. I don't know. John, that's the thing, right? The game settings themselves, they didn't let you, there wasn't much to change. Like, there wasn't much to change at all. So I don't believe it was a game setting that was changed. But Feta says, history bit. We had a feature station in the past where a lot of pros were complaining. We moved and closed down the station, found an old HDMI cable that were using capacitors. Could have been something as easy as bad cables. It definitely could have been. It definitely fucking could have been. Definitely fucking could have been. So Xerxes, to fully answer your question, I believe every station should have been the same. But we sat on Saturday morning, we sat on one side. On Saturday afternoon, we sat on another side. Okay. So there you go. But yeah, I'm excited for it. And I'm really glad we played it a second time. I'm really glad that I didn't leave the event with that mindset of the first time I played the demo. I'm really glad that I didn't let that be the deciding factor, because I would have come out here. I'm not kidding. I would have been on here on Tuesday's show last week reaming their asshole. Like, I would have been like, this is not anywhere near ready for prime time. Like, blah, 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 blah. It was way better. It was how it was intended to be played the second time I played it. So I'm glad that was the case. And then I believe also on Saturday night, chat, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe Saturday night was the GameWorks dealio with Space Station. Folks can correct me if I'm wrong here. Elysian, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Yes, it was. Okay, perfect. So yeah, Saturday night closed things out with the GameWorks event hosted by SSG. They do one every year, and showed up a little bit late to this one, but it was still good. It was still a good time. Got to talk to a few folks, had some really good conversations. And so yeah, it was a great time. Great time as always. So then we get into Sunday. And not going to lie, woke up Sunday morning, not feeling the greatest. You can hear me still kind of getting over some shit. It's just in terms of congestion. But Sunday morning, did not wake up feeling the greatest, but made the most of it regardless. So Sunday, we get there as soon as we possibly can. We make sure that we plant our asses in seats right away. And we had those spots for the whole day, the whole fucking day. And we got to watch some unbelievably great Halo, as expected on Champ Sunday. We got to witness Shopify making history and winning it all. going back to back to back, and Royal 4 rings, Frosty getting 4 rings, Cycle Last Shot getting their first rings, Cycle winning regular season MVP, just the whole shebang. And at the end of it, we all get together for the community photo. I don't even know what the fuck, I forgot what it was called, like the area that it was called, but either way, we do the group photo by the Warthog and just have just so fuck, it's, it's the atrium. Yeah, there you go. The atrium. But just to see everybody, and I know not everybody was able to get to the picture, or maybe not everybody knew about it ahead of time, and I apologize. But to everybody that was there, it's just a really, it's never lost on Will or myself how incredible you all are. I'm sorry, Dip. I'm sorry. But it, like I said, it's never lost on us how amazing all of you truly are. And the impact, okay, not to sound egotistical or anything like that, but like, I understand based off of what folks have come up and told us about how this show has impacted their lives. But I don't think you guys understand how you all have impacted our lives. Where I said at the very beginning, right? Like this show wouldn't exist without Will mentioning, like, we should do this thing. But this show wouldn't be what it is today. This show wouldn't be what it is today without you. And I know that I went into the weekend truly believing that was it. That Tuesday's show was it. And we're going to wrap it up. And it was 8 of the greatest years of my life. But Sunday specifically really hit in a way that I can't truly explain to you. Because honestly, I can't really explain it to myself, if that makes sense. So we do the group photo, and then we hit up the hotel bar after the fact and have a couple conversations with a couple folks that I'll never forget. Okay, I will never forget. And then after that, we went to another bar that I stupidly forgot the name of it. Was it at Coast? Yes, Xerxes, the hotel bar. That was the hotel bar. There was an additional bar after the fact that I'm forgetting the fucking name of it, and I feel stupid. Chat, you guys fucking know what it is, but I don't. It was not the karaoke bar; it was the other one. But either way, we go to that one. We're having a good time. We get a drink. The power goes out. The fucking power goes out. And we're just, honestly, that was the best. That was the best. Just, I don't know what he's talking about. Fuck that place. It was great. I was happy that the power went out. The fucking lights were annoying as shit. Like, it was great. It was fucking, we could actually have a conversation. It was wonderful. So eventually we get kicked out. Yeah, it was Still. That's it. It was fucking called Still. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. So we get kicked out of there, like rightfully so. The people working there were a pleasure. They were amazing. They were just doing their job. So we get out of there. The power comes back on. But we're like, okay, we're going to head over to Freezy's. We're going to go over to the Forsaken Mansion, and we're going to finish our night out there. So we get the Uber. We head out. Our Uber gets stuck. Thonky says, we went to a place called Raygun's Lounge, and when the power went out, the bartender kept giving us freebies. No shit, man. Wow. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's amazing, though. So our Uber gets stuck in a ditch, and we all get out, and we push the Uber out. We get it out. It's fine. We get to the place. We all get out. It's great. I almost left my phone in the Uber. I had to run back before he left. Well, he was stuck. He couldn't really fucking go anywhere. He had no idea how to get out of that place. So I get my phone. We head in. We're having a good time. We're chatting it up. And again, there were two. I'm not going to go into the details of the conversations themselves because they were, I believe they're personal matters, but I want to give an extra special shout out to two individuals who I had conversations with on Sunday that really kind of helped put things into perspective in a way. And I had some unbelievable conversations with folks all weekend. But I want to shout out these two very specifically because the way in which they occurred. And the really fucking funny part, thinking about this in hindsight, like literally right now, is that they're both Josh's as well, which is really fucking funny. So that was not predetermined. First up, Uncle Joshy and Joswa, who is Joshua. The conversations that I had with you two, I don't know if either of you two are going to listen to this, but the conversations that I had with you two individually, they affected me in ways you could never imagine. They truly affected me in ways you could never imagine, in ways that I can't convey how much I appreciate them. So thank you so fucking much. Yeah. So we end the Forsaken night. The fucking Uber on the way back. Again, this is like a 3:30 in the morning or something like that. We Uber back, and this Uber driver, he has a Tesla, and Teslas are fun to ride in. Like, I mean, you know my stance on everything else, but like, they're fun to ride in. And this guy, he was super sweet. Australian accent, an incredible accent. But he wanted to demonstrate only at 3:00 in the morning on a fucking Monday. He wanted to demonstrate the AI capabilities of his car. Oh yeah, his turbo mode shit. That notwithstanding, he wanted to demonstrate the AI in his car, and I can't stand AI. Also, I want to give a PSA out there for folks. Okay, here's a PSA for folks out there. If you've made it this far, awesome. If you haven't, I'm sorry, but whatever. So, PSA for those that still use Twitter, myself included, because of this fucking thing. For those who still use Twitter, whenever you're using it and you see the highlights, like the quote unquote news highlights over on the right, if you're using desktop or on mobile, it's like in the explore section or whatever. Do not take that as the truth. Okay? Because guess what? You know who's writing those synopses? You know who's writing those headlines? It's Grok. Grok is. If you open up that headline, it'll say in very fine print at the bottom that, hey, don't trust all this. Grok is doing live updates on this as it goes. Guys, case in point. El Dingo Loco, I will answer you in just a moment, I promise. Case in point. Game 7 of the World Series. Justin, I'm sorry I'm bringing this up right now. I know you're a Jays fan. Game 7 of the World Series is taking place. On Twitter. On fucking Twitter. While the game is still happening. There was a highlight. There was a news highlight stating that the Blue Jays had won. Stating that the Blue Jays had already won the World Series in Game 7. The game was still happening. And then when you open it up in the fine print, it was a synopsis and everything. There was an AI written synopsis and everything as to how they won. When the game was still going and it was tied. And in fine print at the bottom, it's like Grok is like, this is a Grok thing, and fucking it's not. It's being updated all the time as things happen. I'm like, guys, Dip, you're 100% correct. AI is a joke, and way too many folk take it as gospel. Guys, please, for the love of fucking God, stop it. Just stop it. Okay? The thing that kills me. Here's a rant. We haven't done a Josh rant in a while. I don't fucking care anymore. I can't stand. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I can't stand the folks that are out there that are saying, oh, it's inevitable now, though. We just have to deal with it. Like, it's inevitable. It's in everything now. It's going to take over everything. You just have to accept it. You have to find ways to use it. No, I fucking don't. No, I fucking don't. No, I don't have to. Thank you. I don't have to accept it in my day-to-day. I don't have to use it in my job. What the fuck are you talking about? Why do we have to accept this thing that is ruining artistic ability, which is ruining creativity? What the fuck do you mean that we have to just accept it because it's being implemented in different facets of your life? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. If you want to use it to, quote, better your life, or to what do people say that they use it in their workspace for? Like for efficiency? The thing that kills me, this is the thing that fucking kills me. I work for a software company, right? I work for a fucking software company. I love my job. I genuinely love my job. I write for a living, okay? So obviously I'm not fucking using AI to write my own shit. Are you kidding me? And we have such a proprietary software that AI would just fuck it up anyway. Why the fuck would I bother? I know the software. I'm going to write about the software. Thank you. The thing that fucking kills me is time and time again, let's not even talk about generative AI for art, right? Let's not even talk about that because that's theft. That's legitimately fucking theft. Whatever way you want to look at it, it's theft. I'm sorry, not sorry, it's fucking theft. Let's talk about writing code. Let's talk about writing code. In a conference that I was a member of semi-recently, AI was a topic of discussion, and I was genuinely curious. I was trying to go into it with more of an open mind because I do know and I do understand that it is being more heavily utilized and is being more heavily implemented in things. I want to have a better understanding. So I went into this trying to have an open mind, and something that was said time and time again is, like, these are other members of the conference who were talking about their utilization of it within their position. And they were talking about it time and time again that, yeah, I would use it to help write this thing, like write this code, but then I would have to go back and it would write things incorrectly. I'd have to go back and change them, test it again, go back and change things, test it again. It's wasting more time. It's wasting more time. Instead of just writing it your fucking self. Like, the fact that you're utilizing this, thinking it's going to make you more fucking productive, when if anything, it's making you less productive and it's making you less efficient. And I don't care about I don't care if you say, oh, but it's learning. It's learning. It'll do better over time. Fuck that shit. I can do better right now. Why the fuck would I have to wait for this thing? Like, well, what do you mean? I can be more efficient with my own shit. It blows my mind that, like, we all talk, like, everybody's talking about how it's supposed to lead to more efficiency and shit. And I'm like, you are losing to every company out there. To every company out there that is doing layoffs because of AI and efficiency. You are losing the thing that makes your company what it is. You are losing the thing that allows your company to be the best that it can be. And that's the fucking people. That's what you're losing. So get out of here with this efficiency bullshit. You're just trying to fill stock. You're just trying to fill yours and stockholders' pockets. That's all you're trying to do. It's not in the fucking name of efficiency. It's about cutting costs. It's about losing the thing that separates you from others. It's the fucking people. It's the fucking people. I love what I do. Genuinely, I love my job. I truly believe that in a very small niche thing that I do in my day-to-day work life, that I do have the ability to directly impact our clients. But that's lost if AI is being introduced. That human element is just fucking lost. Wow, did this turn out of this get away from being a Halo esports show? Sorry about that, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. That got way fucking away from the basis of this show existing. Sounds like a lot of tech debt for in your software. Tetsuo, there's tech debt regardless, right? It doesn't matter what software company you work for. There's tech debt no matter what, right? It's just the software that the company I work for that has created, because they created it from the ground up many years ago. It's so this is gonna sound stupid. It's so integrated within itself that it's one of the reasons why I hate when, like, we're trying to introduce AI into these different things. It's like, because at least for the company that I work for specifically, and I hate AI in general, Justin said it, but for the company I work for in general, it's like, it feels like it would be so much more of a hurt than a help. So there you go. back to Halo. So, Worlds was incredible. It was a weekend that I sorely needed. And I know we're not going to get one for a while, right? I understand that. And while I obviously wish that we'd get a year fucking 5, right? We've never had a year 4 before. And the fact that we got a year 4, the fact that Tashi was at the desk on Saturday afternoon saying, hey, I want to address the community. Open brackets aren't going anywhere. We're keeping that shit. Yes, Halo Infinite, official Infinite competition's over, but for 26, we're going to have these things going on. We've never had that before either. We've never had an announcement like that before. It's always been, okay, we're done, guys. Let's move on to the next one eventually. And everyone's left in the dark. It's been what it is for the past 2 cycles. But now we finally have a semblance of a roadmap leading into 26. And we don't know. We don't know what the future looks like after 26. We don't. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't more hopeful than I was before. Just for the fact that we actually had an announcement on that Saturday during the event. So, Worlds was one of the best weekends I've ever had. Not just Halo related, but in general. It was one of genuinely the best weekends I've ever had. And I had some of the greatest conversations over the course of these 8 years. I've had some of the greatest conversations I've ever had. And it really helped put things into perspective. So very, very thankful and happy for that. I want to give some shout outs here. And I know that there are going to be people that I forget, and I apologize. I do apologize. Because I know I'm not going to be able to hit everybody. And it's going to be weird too, because this is going to, I keep saying this, but this is going to sound dumb. Every event, I take notes every day. Like every event I've been to, I take notes day 1, day 2, day 3, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's kind of what leads into the post show. It just helps me get my thoughts and put together, right? I did not do that for Worlds this year. I did not do it for Worlds this year. I was part of me who just wanted to be in the moment. And the other part of me, again, went into the weekend thinking that was going to be it for the show. So I didn't note anything down. So again, for those that I missed in the shout out section, I do apologize genuinely. So this isn't the shout out section of the show. This is still a topic, but some shout outs here. Everyone within the Airbnb group. So you didn't necessarily need to be staying with us in the Airbnb, but to everybody in this group that includes Riz, Snag, Dio, Justin, Zarn, Danielle, Dave Phantom, John, Rasta, Eddie, and Fine Guy, and his dad. Shout out to you all. And just all the times that we were hanging out, that we were watching Halo, that we were getting food, that we were singing K-pop Demon Hunter songs throughout the entire weekend. The conversations that we had throughout the weekend, the conversations that we've had in private, the John's banana bread with chocolate chips. Shout out. John with the fucking, I'm sorry I don't have them on me, like right, they're in the closet right over there, but John with the fucking custom card sleeves. Like, can't wait to use those in a deck. Shout out to you all, man. Seriously. Just shout out. Danny says, me watching and asking questions about Magic. I was happy to answer. It was a great time. And you should come and play. Go grab a fucking pre-con. Go grab a pre-constructed deck at your local game store and join us on a Wednesday. It'll be great. It'll be great. Diode's not allowed to play fucking any of his bullshit. But seriously, get a fucking pre-constructed deck to play with us. It's a great time. Kind of like our 8s, where you don't, like, all skill levels welcome. All skill levels welcome. And then I said Fine Guy and his dad. I didn't get to see Fine Guy's dad over the weekend, but Fine, shout out to you. And again, huge shout out to your father. Again, I think this bears repeating every single time he comes up in a conversation, and I truly mean this, where being a teacher, working with an education in this country, especially now, can be incredibly, incredibly fucking difficult and incredibly stressing. And for all the wrong reasons. So, Fine Guy, to your dad, again, I say it every time I'm able to. Huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for continuing to push through and trying to be the best version of yourself for your students. And I truly, truly hope that it's not lost on your students what you're trying to do for them every day. I feel like you guys are not appreciated enough as you should be. And know that at least I appreciate you. I know this community appreciates you. And just shout out. Got to give a shout to Angel, my beer pong partner, which we did not do very well, but still had a great time. And I hope she had a great time. I hope she genuinely had a good time. It was a little chilly up on that roof, but I had a good time regardless. So shout out to you. Shout out to the rest of the Mythic Gaming folks. Hawkeye, Epic Beast, Fulcrum, C4, Quick Fuse, Kelly. Thank you all so much for the hospitality at your guys' event. And just incredibly gracious hosts. The vibes were immaculate. So thank you so much for that. Again, David, Sandman, and Meg, you two are fucking incredible at what you do. And obviously, Just Snipes, Bejesus, all the photographers, you are all unbelievable at what you do. And like, Meg, I know you kept trying to fucking run away when I was giving you praise, but you truly do deserve it. And I really hope you see how incredible your art is as others see it as well. And David, our conversation over the weekend, it is, I meant it, man. I mean it every single time I fucking say it. Yeah, you are one of the main people that I look forward to seeing at these events that we have the pleasure of going to. And David, you are loved, you are respected, you are cared for within this community. And you have an adorable dog. And I cannot, again, I'm going to repeat myself over and over again, but I cannot tell you how much we fucking love you, man. Please never forget that. Please. And thank you guys for the photos. They're pretty fucking lit. Juan said, when I met Meg, I asked her, are you blame the Meg? And she straight up said no. Oh, it's fucking funny, dude. Oh my God, that's funny. It's straight up a Meg thing to do too. Oh, that is oh my God, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. I fucked up. I fucked up because I got to scroll back up for a minute. El Dingo Loco asks, I just tuned in. I know last episode you said you weren't sure about continuing the show. Did you provide an update on that this week? At the very beginning, El Dingo, I did. If you're still here, I apologize for waiting so long to answer this question, but we got there. We fucking got there. Talked about it briefly at the beginning of the show. There will, I'll just repeat this. There will come a time where the show will end. The show will not go forever. But I am still wrestling internally to figure out when that time is. There's still a couple things that I want to accomplish ahead of time. We're going to have Best Man on next week to talk about the whole year. We'll talk about Shopify and all that fun stuff. And then sometime either this month or next month, want to get Tashi back on as well. We had briefly chatted at Worlds about him coming back on. Want to do like a retrospective for the last 4 years of Infinite. And yeah, we'll see from there. We'll see from there. So for the time being, the show will continue as normal. But there will be an end in sight at some point. The show will not continue forever. Continuing on with the shout outs here that I have. Smiley and friends. Smiley, an individual who has like gifted an ungodly amount of subs on this channel over the years, and being able to chat with you and the buddies as well just was awesome. And I truly hope you guys had an unbelievable weekend. And yeah, just I can't say thank you enough. Broken Hawk. Fucking Broken Hawk, man. Cosplayer extraordinaire, wore the Hayabusa helmet. May have seen him around over the weekend. And we were able to have him take the mic for a little bit during our community corner segment, just to ask him about cosplaying in general, because it's a world that we are not well versed in at all. And it's something that we wanted to be educated more on. And just hearing him, fuck God, he's right there. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. That's about you fucking lurking ass over there, dude. Smiley with the 10 fucking gifted subs. You get a woo, 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 woo. Oh, you fuckers. I felt the itch and came running. Fucking bastard. Thank you so much, man. Shit. God, thanks a lot for interrupting me gushing about Broken Hawk now. But seriously, seeing Broken Hawk talk about cosplay and watching his like face like light up when he's able to talk about this thing that he loves so much, it was awesome. And Broken Hawk he's been with us for a long time, and he's just, again, one of the nicest. Like everybody that we have the pleasure and the honor of speaking to at these events are just amazing, and they're super kind and they're super respectful, and they just love they just love Halo, and we love Halo. We love talking about Halo. And Broken Hawk's a real one, man. Got his trading card here in that binder over there. It's just a genuine great dude. Shout out to Broken Hawk. I'm glad we were able to get you on for the community corner segment to talk about cosplay. Just love you, man. Got to give a shout out to Laird and Duststorm. Laird, I know you were here earlier. I don't know if you're in the chat anymore, but Laird, how the fuck do I explain you? And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just like all the things that you have done for us and helped us with over the years it cannot be stated how influential you have been. And it's been an honor getting to know you over the years. And I know we didn't get to hang out as much as we wanted to during the event, but that just means we need to at a future event. But seriously, thank you so fucking much, man. We're so happy to have you as a part of this community, and just, you know what you've done for us over the years, and we truly fucking appreciate it. So Laird, thank you so much. And Dust is a fucking pioneer in the space, man. He podtacular. I got the coin. Where's the fucking coin? Hold on. Where the fuck did I put that thing? There's a coin somewhere around here. And now I'm fucking losing it. And I don't know where it is. And now I'm mad at myself. Oh, it's over by the Xbox. It's on top of the controller. I don't know if you can see it because of the fucking... I don't know if you can see it over there. But Duststorm, a pioneer in the Halo podcasting space, has been around for a very, very, very long time. They celebrated their anniversary, their 20-year anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. That's what that coin's about. And Duststorm has been there for us and in our corner nearly since the beginning of the fucking thing. Where, I mean, we're talking about Halo Bowl. We're talking about Outpost Discovery, being on that panel where he had invited us on. That was our first ever kind of live appearance at an event together, if I'm not mistaken. And the fact that we were on a podcast panel that he had set up was just, and that's where we got introduced to the podcast Evolve folks as well. And the Laird was there too. It was an eye-opening experience. It was a humbling experience as well. That's where we got to meet fucking Rage More Nerd. Shout out Brian. Didn't even know at the time. Was wearing a fucking Griffball shirt. Didn't even know at the time. And it really, again, talk about a moment in time where it really kind of put things into perspective for us, for the show. This is however many fucking years ago. And again, Dust giving us that chance, right? Life is all about chances. Life is all about taking risks. And just Dust reaching out, being like, hey, do you want to be a part of this thing? Fuck yeah. And we're off to the races, you know? So Dust, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Podtacular. And thank you so much for all the help, all the guidance over the years. Yeah. Shout out to you. Sorry again, folks, this is where I said that things were going to get sappy and whatnot. So if you don't want to hear this, I apologize, but I got to give the shout outs here. K-Matify, Kelly. One of the most genuine people ever. And being able to have you on the Community Corner segment as well, talking about the blindfolded runs that you're doing in Halo CE. And just, again, talking about a side of the world that we don't know a lot about. And you being able to share that experience and educate us and educate the listeners on what it is you do. It just, he's one of the most humble people we've ever met. He gives one of the best hugs. Fun fact. And just, he's so sweet and so kind, and I'm just so fucking happy that he's part of this, man. I'm so fucking happy he's in Halo. So fucking happy. The Women of Halo team. I've said that over the past year to 2 years, there have been outside factors within the Halo space and whatnot that have drastically impacted my mental on whether or not to continue. But a shining bright light has been and will always continue to be the Women of Halo team. Where how inviting they are, how welcoming they are, how truthful they are. Where the fact that they stand on fucking business. They also truly believe in the, and I don't want to put words in their mouth, but this is my opinion of them, is that they truly believe, at least in my opinion, that you hold people accountable and you be a true pillar of the community and you are respectful and just, you want to talk about an organization that's doing it the right way. It's them. They are truly an organization that is doing it the right way from step one to now. And I commend them for it. I envy them for it. And it's something that I strive to be a better person because of what they strive to do every day. And so, huge shout out to the Women of Halo team. And I also want to thank you all for the conversations that we've had, whether it be at events, whether it be privately. And just know we're always in your corner as well. To Celeste and Frag Out. The guys, they do not stop working. Celeste and Frag Out do not stop working. Period. Whether it be main stage, whether it be feature stations, whether it be side tournaments, whether it be community tournaments, whether it be other esports entirely, they do not stop working at all, ever, not once. And they deserve all the recognition, all the praise in the fucking world for what they do and the shit that they have to deal with on a daily basis. So, like, I'd have to sit here for at least another hour or two just to list off the things that they have to do on a day-to-day basis at an event. So, please just understand the amount of work that they put in every single day, every single minute, every single hour, every single second of these events. They eat shit, sleep, breathe this fucking thing, and they're two of the best to ever do it. It's why they made DSA Group. They're two of the best to ever do it. So, Celeste, Frag Out, you guys don't get enough recognition. You guys don't get enough praise. And the work that you guys do is just fucking incredible. And I hope people understand that. And I hope people realize it. Because, again, we don't fucking deserve you. To Ashaman and Yumi. So, Ash, the work that you do for like the Halo statistical side, the like making sure that teams are registered, like the amount of shit that you do behind the scenes that people don't understand when you don't have to at all. Like you don't have to do it at all. You do it for the love of the fucking game. The things that you do for the community, the things that you've done for us and continue to do for us, it's, again, I cannot thank you enough. And to Yumi, there is I'm going to call it an ornament that is hanging up right over there on the set. And they hand it to me, and it was dark. It was at the event. I wasn't able to clearly see it well, but it looked like a sweater of some kind. Yumi does like ceramic art, Okay, she does ceramic art. And if I'm not mistaken, as Ash had said previously, her shit's in a fucking museum. Which is very fucking cool. So, Ash and Yumi, they hand me this, what I believe is an ornament. And it looks like a Halo sweater or a Halo t-shirt, what have you. And I thought it was fucking awesome. I thanked them for it, of course. And I thought that was it. So I get back to the Airbnb that night and I take it out and I'm taking out all the stickers and stuff. And I grab this and I look at it deeper. And I notice that it has my name engraved in it. And it has like a little, how the fuck do I even say it? Not a placard, but like a little part of a keychain that also has my name on it. And if you guys ever have the pleasure of meeting Ash and Yumi, you will quickly come to find out that they are two of the most welcoming and warm people, period. And I will cherish that. Again, I'm going to call it an ornament. It might not be that, but I will cherish that piece forever. Forever. What's up, Frag Out? Welcome back. I just gave you praise. All right, you can leave now. I just gave you praise. I'm just kidding. And then Uncle Joshy, pleasure meeting you and chopping it up in Seattle. Joshy, you're going to get yours in a minute, but you, sir. I got to give a shout to the Sketch. One of the things that is never lost on me in the years of us doing this show is the privilege that we have with the people that we talk to, or the people that we're able to talk to, I guess you could say. But Sketch, the fact that he took the time out of his busy schedule as it was, and the thing that I truly appreciate about him, especially him being in the community spot that he's in at Halo Studios, and he's just able to be real. That when you talk to him, it's never putting on a front, it's never putting on a face. It's always just being fucking real. And so, Sketch, thank you so fucking much, man. And thank you for our Worlds conversation. Thank you for our conversations at events prior. Never lost on me. Never taken him for granted. And again, it's why even with all the shit going on around the industry, I still truly believe that the people that are working at these studios really do fucking care. They really, truly do fucking care about the product that they're putting out. And the conversations that we've had with Sketch over the years have really solidified that fact. That it really does fucking feel like they do give a shit. And all they want to do is they want to see Halo succeed. They want to see everybody that makes content around it succeed. They love the franchise. They love the community. Yes, there are the loud ones out there, but either way. So yeah, Sketch, we're in your corner, man. And we're wishing the studio the best too. And thank you as always for the conversations. To all the HCS talent team. Man. Real friendships were made throughout the years with some of the talent team. And I just hold on. There are folks that I look forward to talking to and hugging and just having and just being in the moment with. I look forward to it every single fucking time. And so to all of you, you all are the best to ever do it. You all are seriously the best to ever do it. You're the best in the fucking game. You're the best in the scene. I think you're some of the best in esports. Truly, I truly fucking do. The amount of love and passion that you pour into every single analysis, into every single cast, into every single interview, into every single hype up moment, whatever it may be. The work and the heart and the effort that you all put in every single time is incredible. And the way that it doesn't, like, obviously if you're, unless you're headed to a match that you're going to be casting in that moment, or you're late, or you're like running to something, the fact that every time I've experienced it, if somebody ever wanted to come up and talk to you, you would take that time. You would take that time out of your day. You would take that time out of your schedule to make a moment for that person. And I can tell you from experience, I can tell you from firsthand experience that really does affect someone. It made an impact on me many, many years ago when I did it for the first time. Like when I went and said hi for the first time. It's why we say it on the show all the time. If you have an ability to go into an event, go talk to people, go say hi. Don't be scared. We're all humans at the end of the day. We all love this fucking game. Just go say hi. And all those years ago, I did. And from that moment, it budded friendships, and I can't believe I get to say that I have friendships now because of moments that happened those many years ago. And yeah, it's incredible. And like I said, the fact that you guys take that time out of your schedule to really try to make that moment for the person you're talking to, and have deep conversations with them too. And so you all are appreciated more than you know. You made a direct impact on my life. You've made a direct impact on many others as well. Last few specific ones I have here. And again, for anybody and everybody that I missed, I'm sorry. I know that there's a lot. And I know that this may sound like this is the end. It's not. It's not yet. But I wanted to do this because I feel we didn't have a lot of time, or enough time, I should say, on the post show last week. To Freezy. I've messaged you personally, but for those who don't know, Freezy is the owner of the Forsaken organization. He does DJing as well, and he's a content creator, makes incredible content, and he puts on these after parties at events, and they're at the Airbnb that they rent out. It's always a vibe. It's always a great time. People always enjoying themselves. But the world's one here, I just wanted to make it known to you, Freezy, like the shit that you do, man, and the way that you do it, and how welcoming you are, and just I don't even know what the fuck to say. You're an incredible human being, and the community it's just, they better appreciate you, because the things that you've done over the years for us and them, it's fucking awesome, man. It's fucking awesome. I'm so glad that I stepped out of my comfort zone and attended one of them earlier this year, and then obviously at Worlds. I'm so glad I did, because I got to experience it firsthand as to what makes them so special, and you are a major part of what makes them so special. So thank you, sir. I forgot to state this in the HCS talent shout out, but I got to shout out Blaze. What's up, Brooks? Good to see you, bud. I got to shout out Blaze. Guys, if you, and I implore you to go watch the Saturday rebroadcasts of Worlds and check out the fit. Check out the fit of Mr. Guy Blaze on the stage. Okay? Just check out the fit. You may notice something of what Blaze is wearing. Yeah. If you go back and you watch the Saturday rebroadcast, you may notice that Blaze is wearing a shoe. Appreciate you, Brooks. You may have noticed that Blaze is wearing a shoe, and that shoe, he was wearing some Crocs. And if you paid even closer attention to the Crocs, you may have noticed that it was the Crocs that we gave him. They were custom made, and we gave them to him years ago. Fucking years ago. We see him on Friday. We see him on Friday at the event. And he goes, he does the classic. He does the classic, when are you going to have me on the show? And I'm an asshole, and we've never had him on the show yet. And he's like, I got something for you tomorrow. Like, just watch me on stage. I got something for you tomorrow. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Saturday rolls around. This motherfucker, for the first time since we gave them to him, and this was years ago, for the first time since we gave them to him, he finally actually wore the custom Crocs we gave him. And that was part of his entire outfit for that fucking Saturday, and I couldn't believe it. And frankly, I still can't believe it. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. So, for those who don't know the Crocs story with Blaze, I will do a brief refresher. Clearly, we're going to go a little late tonight, so strap in. I believe this was Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong here, but I think this may have been Kansas City. As to where the thanks for the posture check, Brooks, appreciate it. As to how the Crocs thing originated. So I did not know that sport mode was a thing. I had no idea that sport mode on Crocs was a thing. For those who don't know what sport mode is, it is a real thing, and it's the fucking lip around the ankle of the Crocs. So when you have it up towards the front of the shoe, you're not in sport mode. If you have it in the back where it kind of locks it in for your ankles, so they're not flopping around, you're in sport mode. Okay? I thought it was a joke. I did not think it was a real thing. So I believe this was Kansas City. And we're all at the hotel bar after the matches had completed on Sunday. The event was over. We're all vibing, having a good time, so on and so forth. And I'll never forget. I was there. Will was there too. Snag was there, if I'm not mistaken. And this motherfucker. Again, I did not think this was real. Snag is a purveyor of Crocs. He knows all the lingo of Crocs. He was trying to convince me that sport mode was a real thing and I wouldn't have any part of it. Blaze comes strolling in and he's got fucking Crocs on. They were not in sport mode. They were not in sport mode at the time. At the time, that's a key. And I decided that, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go ask him. What's up, Canary? Welcome back. I'm going to go ask him. And so I told Snag, I'm like, dude, I'm going to go. Do you see what the fuck he's wearing? I'm going to ask him right now and I'm going to put this shit to bed. It's not a real thing. He's going to prove that it's not a real thing. It's going to be great. I'm going to be fucking validated. It's going to be awesome. So I go up to Blaze and I'm like, hey man, is sport, like I see you're wearing Crocs. Is sport mode a real thing? This motherfucker, his eyes and his face light up. And I'm like, oh no. He lights the fuck up, immediately looks down at his Crocs, takes them off, and he goes, oh shit, sport mode. And he fucking flips the lips back, plops his feet in, and he starts trucking back and forth. He starts trucking back and forth in the hotel bar. He's like, fucking sport mode. And I'm like, oh no. And Snag's over there laughing his ass off. The fucking group that we're with are laughing their asses off. And I learned something that night. I learned that sport mode was a thing. And so from that point forward, I told myself that I think it'd be really fucking funny if we got him custom Crocs and gifted them to him at an event. And sure as shit, we made it happen. We got him on Etsy. We got him custom painted on Etsy, and they made sure we got his size. Like if we had to ask him about his size, made sure we got that. Bring him to him at an event. He's filming it, having a great time. And I thought that was the end of it. We gift him the Crocs years ago. It's great. It's a moment, fun fucking moment, a full circle moment, right? And then fast forward to Worlds 2025 on Saturday, and this motherfucker is wearing them on the stage. And I still cannot believe it to this day. So there is the short, long story of the Crocs origination with Blaze. A full circle moment that I thought had finished years ago really like had its fucking Cinderella swan song moment on Saturday at Worlds 2025. Holy shit. Right, Fonky? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what a weird, cool thing that happened. Jesus Christ. And the last couple main shout outs that I want to give out here. And again, if I missed anybody, I do apologize because I know there are people that I missed. Oh, I did. I fucking said I was going to shout him out earlier and I didn't. Chuck, fucking Free the Wave, gifted a fucking, a pack of Avatar The Last Airbender trading cards. Avatar The Last Airbender would be my favorite show of all time. Motherfucker was at a Comic-Con, asked if I wanted something, and he fucking got that for me. And it's for my kid, and I fucking love you. You're amazing. And so the other two individuals, Uncle Joshy, who I don't know if you're in chat any longer, but you were here, and then Joswa, who is Joshua, who followed previously. The two most influential conversations I had over the weekend were Sunday night at Freezy's, and it was with you two. Separate conversations. And they heavily, God, they heavily impacted me more than you could imagine. One of the things we say on the show week in, week out, especially as an event is coming up, and I said it when talking about the HCS talent team, right, is if you have the means to go to an event, go. Please fucking go. Because A, we don't know how many of these we're going to have left. And B, there truly is nothing else quite like it. And for me, one of the reasons why I love attending the events, or you know what? Fuck that. The main reason why I love attending the events is not for the game. But it's for the conversations that I'm able to have with you guys. And I mean that from every portion of my heart, not just the bottom of my heart, but every single portion and facet of my heart. The main reason why I love attending the events is because I finally get to be able to talk to you. Because it's one thing, right? It's one thing to be able to talk to you through the screen, right? And we can have a conversation in the chat, which I love. We can have a conversation in YouTube comments. We can have a conversation in DMs. We can have a conversation in Discord, whatever it is. And I look forward to them every day. Every day. But there is nothing like being able to have a face-to-face conversation with you. When, again, this is going to sound like I'm a piece of shit, and I don't mean for it to sound like that. I truly don't. At the hotel bar on Sunday night, Uncle Joshy comes strolling up, and he sets a glass down on the table that we're sitting at. And it's a gin and tonic. And he sets it down. And he's like, "Hey, I got this for you. It's a gin and tonic, right?" And I'm like, "What? Like, what do you, I mean, yeah, I like gin and tonics. Like, what, and why?" And I still don't know how to take that. But that happened. And I'm very appreciative of it. I wasn't expecting that. And I never expect anything like that to happen. I don't, you know what I mean? But then our conversation that we had on Sunday night at Freezy's and Jaws' conversation with me on that Sunday night. It's those types of conversations with folks that truly do have the greatest impact on me personally. Where I went into the weekend with the thought in the back of my head that it's done. It's done. Felt like I've made up my mind. Monday, I was going to write the statement, and that was going to be it. And I sat with that. I sat with that for a couple weeks. I sat with that for that weekend. And I was going to use that weekend to really think things through and make that decision. And all the conversations that I've had that weekend with folks from this unfucking believable community and with those two specifically, they really hit me differently. where I look back on them every day. It's why I still am internally fighting about when the natural cutoff point for this show is. And I know I'm rambling into a microphone, and I apologize. But I want to take this opportunity to get this out there. Because it's our show, damn it. We do what the fuck we want. We all love this scene. We all love this franchise. Yes, we all have our gripes with it. We all have our fucking gripes with the franchise, with Infinite, with 5, with Reach, with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1, whatever. But at the end of the day, we are all here for a common purpose. We are all here. Now I'm going to sound philosophical, which is not the point. But we're all here for that common purpose. Well, we're all here because we love this community. We're all here because we love this franchise. We're all here because we love talking about Halo. That's what it's distilled down into. And there's nothing I love more. Truly. There is nothing I love more within Halo itself than being able to talk about this fucking game and this franchise and this scene with you. I don't chat much, but I hope you know the impact on the community here as well as Halo as a whole. Thank you so much, El Dingo. It's not lost on me, man. It's not lost on me. And I appreciate you chatting, dude. I really do. And I hope you chat more. But if you choose not to, that's fine too. I appreciate you being here. Deputy Dizzy says, I know people want to rag on 343, but in all reality, the only true fumble they made with the series since taking over was Halo 5's campaign, specifically Spartan Locke. You know, that Hunt the Truth shit was so fucking cool. And then that went away. And I'm like, oh no. Halo 5 had some great set piece moments, like genuinely had some great campaign set piece moments. But man, what the fuck? Hunt the Truth was badass. And then they just fucking like, that went, then the campaign came out and you're like, what is this? Not that. It's not that. It's not that at all. The fuck? It was awesome seeing you guys again and talking again. You guys are truly a pillar of the community. I'm glad to be in it. We're glad you're fucking in it, Thonky. We're glad you're in it, man. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. Halo 4's campaign will always be my favorite. Yeah, that is the Destiny simulator. See, it's a joke I make about Halo 4's campaign because you're inserting Cortana's chip into every fucking thing, which is like what you did with the Ghost in Destiny, where like you take out your Ghost to scan things all the fucking time. It's like that. My brother is sappy, but same. Yeah. Let me, okay. I'm going to end on this. The topic. We still have more to talk about for the show. But I'm going to end the topic on this. Radnade says, I fucked up and didn't get stickers. Can I order some somewhere? Radnade, I'll do you one better, my man. You DM me your address. As long as you're comfortable. As long as you're comfortable doing it, obviously. DM me. I need first, last name, and address. DM me that information. I'll ship them out to you. Don't worry about it. You don't have to pay for a fucking thing. As long as you're in the US. If you're not in the US, I'm sorry. Okay? If you're in the US, I'll ship to you. But if you're not in the US, I ain't paying that shit. I ain't paying that shit at all. I'm sorry. But yes, I got you, buddy. I got you. in the US, but what if I need to buy a shirt too? Okay, well, if you need to buy a shirt, !merch in the chat. That the merch store will stay up. Okay, regardless of what the future of the show holds in store, the merch store will stay up. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But !merch in the chat. You can go and buy that if you'd like to. But stickers, let me know. I got you. We don't have stickers on. I don't have any of the Crest stickers on the website anymore, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't want people to have to pay for them. Like, I think paying for stickers is fucking stupid. So, no. There's a reason why we give them away for free. Additionally, hey, Radnade, when you message me your details, I need you to do me a favor and let me know your favorite team from last year. Okay? I need you to let me know your favorite team from last year. Okay? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I want to end the topic on this front. First and foremost, like I said, Worlds was an event that I needed more than I can convey. Did a lot of soul searching over that weekend. Still doing some soul searching now. But to anybody and everybody that took their time out of their day, out of their schedule to come say hi, to come have a conversation, to just introduce yourselves, to get stickers, whatever it may be, I cannot thank you enough. Seriously. Mean it when I say it every single time. This show would not be what it is today without you. And every time we have the opportunity to talk face to face reaffirms that. So thank you so fucking much. As of right here, as of right now, I do not know what the far future of this show is. I cannot give you a definitive date. What I can tell you is that I know Will is as well, but I am unfucking believably proud of what we've done over the past 8 years. What started as an audio-only show in a basement transitioned into a live video show on Twitch here in this studio. And we're over 400 episodes deep. The connections and the friendships that we've made over these years are some of the best in my lifetime. And again, it's never lost on me. Think about it every fucking day. It's never lost on me when you guys say the impact that we've had on you. But you need to look in a mirror. Okay? Because it's never lost on me the impact that you have had on us. That even when like some shit happens and that thought always creeps back up of like, what's the fucking point? You know, why are we still doing this and all that? But then we get to have those conversations with you and it really puts those things into perspective and be like, oh yeah, that's right. So thank you all so fucking much. And also to all the folks out there who, this is going to sound kind of selfish. missed the show up until now, what's the TLDR? Oh, Gummy, just reminiscing about Worlds, being in my feels for a little bit. That's all. Just reminiscing about Worlds, being in my feels. But also, this is going to sound selfish, but hear me out. One of the things that we've advocated and pride ourselves on the show for is that we don't leak information. We've never been ones to, like, we don't have burner accounts. Like, we have our personal accounts and we have the Pro Talk account. We're not out there leaking information. We're not selling information. We're not fishing for information, whatever it may be. So I got to give a special thank you to our sources out there who, again, have trusted us and have put that trust in us to not give out that information, to be allowed to share with us what they know and have that understanding that, don't worry, we're not going to be the ones that are going to be throwing it out there. So huge shout out to you guys. You know who you are. And regardless of what the future of this show is or whatever, just know that we do really appreciate you all. And I believe that's it for the topic of the show. So for those that have stuck with it this far, thank you for being here. I know that was a lot. So sorry if that's not what you wanted to listen to, but I still appreciate you being here regardless. And yeah, and again, if I missed anybody in the shout outs, I do apologize. I know that there are a lot. And again, I didn't take notes for Worlds. So I kind of just, I just let the event take me away. And there's your fucking result because of it. Let's get into some regular news. Happy 10th birthday, Halo 5. This is by Halo Studios. Anniversary armors. If you've banked enough Spartan points, you'll be able to grab these sets as soon as they drop out of slipspace. If not, fear not. They'll be available from the exchange, so you may obtain them at your leisure. Or you can grab them from the shop if you prefer that route. So yes, the Hunter, Helljumper, Copperhead, and Shinobi. I was going to make a dumb joke. I'm not going to make it anymore. But those 4 Halo 5 armor sets are available right now in the game. They're available in the exchange for Spartan points, or they are in the shop for real monies. In case you're interested, go check those out. Exacting extermination. The goal is to eliminate all players of the enemy team at once. If a player can stay alive long enough for their teammates to respawn, then the round continues. You'll have a 15-second respawn between each death. And for the record, this goes by fast when you're hunting the last elusive Spartan, but somehow seems to last an eternity when you're desperately evading, trying to let your teammate respawn. Combat components. Short 2-minute rounds. First to 5 rounds wins. Teams swap sides after each round. Round ends at a time or when an entire team is on respawn. Ties can occur when no team is exterminated before the timer runs out. And if 3 ties occur, the team with the most points wins. And the maps that you'll be playing on, not paying, it's free. The maps we'll be playing on include Collateral by Pat Sounds and Del Soto, Stadium by Pat Sounds, Breakthrough by Silencer EU and Cat Ratatat, Eerie by Dan Zama, Arter Bloodshot, and Starkey 213036, Lex by Greiser. Oh God, I'm sorry. Yeehaw, J24, Joe Valiant and Virus 11010, Oppressor by Starkey 213036 and Archer Bloodshot, Runoff by Cousin Tim and McRips, and Abioko by Bullet to the Head 9. And then finally, mentioned it briefly, if I'm not mistaken, on last week's show, but the Halo and High Ground Anniversary PC gear is available right now. This is by Halo Studios. There are, I believe, 3 different keyboards available, a set of keycaps available, and 2 mouse pads. More like desk mats, but you know what I mean? So if you're interested in those, go check that out. Link is in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. ! Show notes in the chat. Go check it out. That's it for the regular news. We actually have some kind of a games to watch. Holy shit, guys. They announced the 2026 season. But Josh, does this mean you're going to be making a CDL fucking podcast? Fuck no. I'll make you a deal. This is not a real deal. It's a hypothetical deal, and it's going to be a joke at the end of the day. I will transition this into a Call of Duty only podcast when the fucking Rocker win champs. Eh? If that doesn't give motivation, I don't know what will. CDL 2026 season breakdown. See, absent, that's the joke. Exactly, because it's never fucking happening. See you 2027. Oh, if that happens, I swear to God. Oh, my God. Josh, we need to know what the Rocker is doing 24/7. Losing. Next, CDL 2026 season breakdown by Call of Duty League. This season, the Call of Duty League welcomes 4 new team identities. FaZe Vegas, Riyadh, I'm sorry. The Falcons, G2 Minnesota, that's the Rocker. They're not good. And Toronto Koi. The Call of Duty League continues to be dynamic and evolve, reflecting the passion that fuels your community. Or fuels our community, I guess, whatever. The league is also more accessible than ever, with matches to be streamed live on YouTube and Twitch and featured across watch parties worldwide. Here is your schedule. Major 1 will be in Dallas, Texas, hosted by Optic Texas. The CDL returns to the home of the reigning champions to kick off the season. Expect big crowds, loud chants, and intense matchups as every team sets out to prove that they belong among the best, as all 12 teams face off in Texas. That's key. All 12 teams for the first major. Because guess what's not happening in fucking Birmingham? In Major 2, Birmingham, UK, hosted by DreamHack. Grab your passports. Call of Duty League is heading across the pond for the first ever 10-team major. UK fans always bring unmatched energy, and with limited slots available for Major 2, the qualifiers leading into this one will be some of the most competitive yet. So yes, not all 12 teams will be able to participate in Birmingham. Major 3, Atlanta, Georgia. At long last, CDL returns to Atlanta. The Southern crowd is known for passion, and this stop promises an unforgettable weekend of Call of Duty. Major 3 will also host a Pro-Am, where 4 Challengers teams join the CDL Pros in the fight for the trophy. And from the Call of Duty League, Challengers team passes for Major 3 at DreamHack Atlanta, which is taking place in May, went on sale today at 4 p.m. Eastern. Expect these to go fast. Wonderful. Major 4 is in Paris, France. The rumors are true. CDL is heading to Paris. It's the last chance for teams to secure CDL points before champs, and fans from across the world will gather to see who can punch their ticket to Las Vegas. And finally, Championship Weekend in Las Vegas, Nevada, hosted by FaZe Vegas. The season comes to an end under the bright lights of Las Vegas's FaZe Vegas hosts 2026 Call of Duty League Championship. The roadmap is included in the Google Doc of the shows of the show. Ghost says, Viva Las Vegas, baby. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Competition format details. Qualifying weeks. Each major features online qualifiers to determine seeding for the LAN tournaments. There will be 5 weeks of qualifiers for Major 1, 6 weeks for Major 2, and 3 weeks for Majors 3 and 4. Teams will face off multiple times across each stage, fighting for critical CDL points. Absent says, I live in Nevada. I can go to that one. You can. And it's the biggest one of the year. I think you should go. That sounds wonderful. 10-team Major 2. For the first time ever, the CDL will run a full round robin during the qualifier stage where all 12 teams face each other across 6 weeks. Smiley with the gifted sub, you get a woo! 296. Holy shit, bro. What the fuck? Bro fucking works at a hedge fund. Jesus. Thank you for the support, Smiley. Appreciate you. The top 10 teams advance to Birmingham, with the top 6 earning spots directly into the main bracket. Teams seeded 7 through 10 will compete in a play-in match for the final 2 spots. Okay? So there's a lot going on for Birmingham. The Pro-Am Classic Major 3. There they fucking are. Smiley with the 5 additional gifted subs to reach a total of 301 in this fucking channel alone. Smiley, you get. I gotta put some emphasis on these. Okay, I might wake up the kid. I gotta put some emphasis on these fuckers. You get 5. Woo! 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 Thank you so much for the extra support, Smiley, as always, man. What the fuck? Man is single-handedly fucking funding us to go to events. Jesus. The Pro-Am Classic returns for the first time since the 2023 season, bringing together CDL and Challengers teams for one weekend of cross-division competition. The top 2 Challengers teams from Major 2's Open and the winners of North America and Europe Elite Season 3 will qualify. Online minor tournaments. 2 12-team single-elimination minor tournaments will take place during the season, offering additional CDL points and excitement between majors. These tournaments are seeded based on Call of Duty League standings after Major 2 and Major 3. Yes, Aldingo, I agree. This next part here is either a great change or an awful change, depending upon the type of spectator and player that you are. Game modes. Matches will feature Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, and the new mode, Overload. So yes, that means Control is out. Quote, all of us at Treyarch are incredibly excited for the upcoming CDL season featuring Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and of course are thrilled to see our new game mode Overload played on the main stage, said Matt Scronch, design director of Treyarch. Quote, we look forward to continuing our long-standing support of competitive play as we work closely with the league and teams to make this the most exciting year of competitive Call of Duty. Fuck yeah, Ghost. Thank you so much, man. So yes, Overload is in, Control is out. CDL points. CDL points are up for grabs throughout the season, mimic the 2025 season, with additional points being available for the top 4 teams at each minor tournament. For a full breakdown on how teams can earn CDL points, visit the league standings page. And then Challengers. The 2026 Challenger season begins December 5th and 6th with the first Challengers Cup. For the first time, there will be a league-hosted open event at every CDL major. Europe Challengers will also grow, with the Middle East being added to the competition region. Lastly, there will be 4 elite seasons this year. Additional information will be shared soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Call of Duty League sounds like they're getting into some open bracket funsies. They looked at Halo, and they looked at Apex. And they're like, hey guys, we've been around for a long fucking time. Why don't we do something like that? And everyone was like, yeah, why the fuck haven't you done something like that for the longest fucking time, you morons? And now we're here. Better late than never, right? Eldingo says, I dig the open bracket, but waiting until Major 3 for the Pro-Am is so stupid. I agree. But again, you know, better late than never, right? The 2026 Call of Duty League regular season schedule. Major 1 for Dallas, Texas. December 5th to January 25th is the online qualifiers, and January 29th through February 1st is the LAN major tournament. For Birmingham, February 13th through March 22nd is the online qualifiers, with March 27th through the 29th being the major. Tickets are on sale now, by the way. Major 3 in Atlanta, Georgia, April 17th through May 10th is the online qualifiers, with April 24th through the 26th being the online minor tournament. And then in May, is the LAN. Major 4 in Paris, May 29th through June 21st is the online qualifiers. June 5th through the 7th is the online minor. And June 25th through the 28th is the LAN major. And the championship weekend in Las Vegas, July 16th through the 19th is Champs Weekend. All dates are subject to change. Okay. That's it. For God of the Games, watch! And, I guess not to make this fucking more awkward than it needs to be, let's just move into some shout-outs. First up, congratulations to Gamers Outreach on raising over $67,000 during the Halo World Championship. So for those who don't remember, Gamers Outreach had a booth at Worlds, and at the booth, they, like, if you gave a $125 donation, you would get a windbreaker, which is fucking sick. And you get raffle entries and so on and so forth. And just the amount of people, this is how fucking cool this was. The amount of people that I saw all weekend long wearing those windbreakers, I knew that Gamers Outreach was having a time. I knew they were having a great fucking time. So huge congratulations to them, raising over $67,000 during that weekend at Worlds. Huge fucking congrats. Again, shout out to Justin on winning the PC. You played on it just for like the first time the other day. Hope it was a good time. Congratulations to Mr. Epic Beast on winning the Halo, Jesus Christ, the HCS Pro Talk Weapon Drill Challenge at Worlds. Your merch is on the way to you. Congratulations to you. Happy belated birthday to Alyssa, Mario, and Yaxon. Happy belated birthday to you all. Shout out to everyone who joined in the 8s over the past week. Yeah, we still got 8s going. We're still trying to get them going. They haven't been going the past couple days though, but we're still trying to get them going. And then shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. That includes Ghost, Joswa, Blaze, Redacted, Elysian, thank you all so much for the follows, greatly appreciated. And Fulcrum with the 28-month resub, Thonky with the 24-month resub, Smiley with the fucking 16 gifted subs. Thank you so much. You all get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Goddamn. Also, Radnade, I see your whisper. I appreciate that. Awesome. I'll make sure that I get that stuff for you. Smiley. Fuck. Oh, man. Smiley with the 10 fucking additional gifted subs. You know what? I'm going to give them to you again. Smiley, thank you so much for the 10 additional gifted subs. You get 10. Woo! 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 That's 5. Woo! 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 That's 10. Thank you so fucking much, man. The support tonight, the support over the years, just fuck, man. Community creations, Halo memes every day, red.com/r/Halo memes. Go check them out. Or don't. That's up to you. Bonus episode live from the 2020 Fat World Community Corner It is an audio-only little bonus show that we did at the Community Corner at Worlds this year. It is on your favorite podcast service. Go check it out. The Apple Podcast link is included in the Google Doc of the shows of the show. You should be able just to search it up on your favorite platform. And again, shout out to everybody who joined us during that. It was great having conversations with you all and learning more about you and learning more about what you do. It was fucking awesome. The most insane booth at the Halo World Championship 2025 by Shopify Rebellion. It's behind the scenes video on how they built their booth. It's a pretty fucking banging booth, if I do say so myself. And then finally, Royal 2 is working on a Q&A video from Reddit. He did like a little Q&A over on Reddit, more so asking the questions, right? And then he will be answering them in a video that he's going to make at some point. So fucking shout out to Royal 2 for doing that. I think it's really fucking cool. One of the greatest players ever. Taking time out of his during this off season here just to, answer some questions from the community. Fucking love it. Thonky banging, they're fucking banging. Sir Assassin, I'm late. I apologize for that. You don't need to fucking apologize, dude. You're good. Hope you guys stick around. This is my favorite streams, and I appreciate the hell out of you both. Appreciate you, man. Cheers to you, sir. Thank you so much. Not going anywhere quite yet. All right. I am not going to be able to do this justice, but I will do my best to plug the show. So, I should probably remove that part because we don't have that anymore. Should just say right now, yeah, I should have put this in the shout outs as well, but of course I'm an idiot and I forgot to. We have shut down the Patreon. So everybody that had been supporting us further over on Patreon, you have been refunded for the month of October, and the Patreon has been shut down. So again, to everybody that supported us even further over on Patreon. Hope you enjoyed the other stuff that we were doing over there. And again, cannot thank you all enough for the extra support over the years. You have directly impacted us being able to attend events as well. And it was cool to kind of do that monthly little bonus episode thing. We talked about sports a lot. But no, it was a fun time. So thank you all for the extra support over there. If you had, I will say, not that it matters, but if you got, I got a shout out Diode here. If you had VIP before in this channel because of being a supporter over there, you still have that. That's not being removed. And if you had the role in Discord in our server, I just simply renamed them. But you still have that role technically. I'm not going to remove that. But yeah, just thank you all for the extra support over the years. Hope you guys liked what we did over there. And yeah, now with Will departing, it just makes sense that we shut that portion down. And just, yeah. So thank you. But you can find us on your favorite podcast service. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, and others like my favorite. Pocket Cast. It'll never be an ad. But there you go. Persona! Oh, Danny. Oh, Danny, yes. Pocket Cast. Still not an ad. But I do love that application. We have a link tree. ! Link tree in the chat. And it's in the show notes as well. All the links to all the things that we're on. Discord, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, merch. The merch store, like I said before, I'll say it again. The merch store is not going away. The merch store will stay accessible forever. Like I said, there will come a time where this show will end at some point. But I know, as much of a merch person that I am, I know that when one of my favorite things, whether it be a band or a podcast or a YouTube series or channel or whatever it is, and they retire or go do something else or whatever it is, I get mad when I'm not able to buy something to like remember that by. You know what I mean? So I'll tell you right fucking now, because of the merch person that I am, that shop isn't being taken down. So don't ever feel like, oh my God, I have to get my order in because they're going to shut down. No, you don't need to ever think that. Okay. I promise you never have to think that way. We love and appreciate everybody that purchases the merch. We really do hope you enjoy it. But just know that the merch store will stay live. It'll always be there. So do not worry. Can you post ahead of time for when you're having Tasha on the show? Also, could you throw up a question, a Q&A, and we can ask some questions. So you can pick what to ask on air. Yes. El Dingo. Yes. Yes to both as well. El Dingo, if you're not part of the Discord, I highly recommend you just join the Discord if you're not already a member. It's free. There's no entry fee or any shit like that. The reason I say that is because we'd more than likely be posing that question in the server of like, hey, here's when we're going to have him on. You like, maybe we'll make a little thread. We can make a thread. You can post your questions there and we can pick a few out, whatever it is. So, and again, the intention, right, is the intention of having Tashi on again. I want to treat it more so as just like a conversational piece. Yes, obviously there'll be questions and whatnot, but I want to treat it more as a conversational piece and reflect on these past 4 years and the fact that we've never had a year 4 before and what that meant and all that fun stuff. So that's the idea. That is the idea. But like I said, I believe we're gonna have Best Man on next week. And I'm really excited to talk to him because I know what he's going to do. Like he's going to throw so much shit at me for not believing in them earlier on in the year. So I already know that's going to happen. But no, it'll be a good time. Love him. Love the thought process that he has and the mind that he has for the scene as a whole. Because he's been around Halo esports for a very, very long time. He's competed at the highest level way back in the day as well. So like he has such a genuine mind for the game and the way that he was able to help build that roster to be the world's winning roster that it is today. And just really excited to pick his brain about that. So stay tuned, I guess I should say. So yeah, go check out all the links. Again, huge shout out to No Siri. I didn't ask for your input. Stop it. Huge shout out to Juan, who is in the chat right now. He is the one that makes all of our shorts content. So if you like the fucking do that pops up into your feed when you're scrolling through YouTube shorts and shit, that's him. So you can thank him for that. Yeah, big shout out to Juan. Make sure you fucking give him the praise that he deserves. Because Juan, we don't do it enough for you, man. We got to give you more praise. And then finally, you can go to the website, hcsprotalk.com, which I'm gonna throw shade at Will for a hot second, because when he plugs the show, he says like hcsprotalk.com doesn't exist. It does. It does exist. The URL works. It's always worked. It just doesn't take you to what it used to take 2 years ago. But yes, it does take you to HaloEvolved.co, your home for Halo. And you can go check out all of the Podcast Evolved shows, Podcast Evolved Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus, Book Club Builds with Blocks, Halo Headlines, and Halo Gear Guide. Be sure to check them out if you haven't already. And yeah, I like how we're able to have our home for our show, you know, along with the other Halo shows. It's all there. It's all fucking there. Ladies and gentlemen, before we close out the show, I want to take this opportunity because, like I said, the show is not ending yet. Okay. But I do want to take this opportunity to kind of open the floor, if you will. If anybody has any questions about just anything in general, just anything in general. Don't have to if you don't want to. Just thought I'd take this opportunity. We're fucking what? It's past 10 o'clock already. We're doing a 3-hour show right now. I'm fucking chilling. I miss this. This is what we're doing. How many hamburgers do you think you could eat in one sitting? Depends on what kind of hamburgers they are. Standard size? What do you mean standard size? McDonald's or bigger? Can you commit to this show for Halo 7 right now? No. No, I cannot. Because Radnade, I don't know. I don't know. Danny says, no questions, but I got one thing to say. Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Shout out Danny, dude. Thonky asks, how you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Genuinely, I'm doing all right. Like I said, I don't have everything figured out yet. I don't. And that's okay. I've come to terms with it. That's okay. I don't have to have it all figured out yet. Yeah. Personally, professionally, as in this show, work life, I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty well. Amazianen, Dionian, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Jesus Christ. I felt like I just had a stroke. Highlight and low light of the past 4 years. Oh boy. Thonky, I'm glad you asked the past 4 years and not the past 8. Because if you would have asked me the past 8, the answer would have been completely different. Over the past 4 years, shit. Highlight. I mean, this is going to sound like a cop-out, but the highlight has always been attending the events. That is the biggest highlight I could probably ever say, is being able to attend these events year over year. And again, I said it this is not a joke. Like, I sincerely mean this, like, being able to talk to you. That's it. Like, that is the biggest highlight every single fucking year. And every time it feels like it gets better and better. So being able to attend the events, being able to talk to you guys, that is the singular biggest highlight. The low light, it's pronounced Amazonian. I had a feeling it was Amazonian, and I apologize. I fucked that up. So thank you for the clarification. I'll answer your question too. The low light of the past 4 years. Okay. I mean, I have a clear one. Not a lot of people know this, and I'm not going to get into it. But when I was accused of being racist, that was a definitive low point of the past 4 years. Again, I'm not going to get into it. Things had been like everything was settled in DMs, like everything was settled privately. It was a complete misunderstanding, and again, I don't need to explain this. Like, I don't need to go on a fucking soapbox about this. person thought I was the one speaking. I was not the one who uttered a singular word. The thing that was said was completely taken out of context. Everything had been hashed out in DMs. They understood it was a complete misunderstanding. They have still not taken down the tweet. And that is one of the main reasons, actually that is the singular reason as to why we don't talk about a specific thing. And I'll leave it at that. Still a hell of an accusation. Oh, trust me. I thought about it all the time. I'll say this right off the bat. If you have a problem with me, that's fine. Like I say this all the fucking time. We are a public thing, right? We're a public entity. We put ourselves out there. We put our faces, our names, our real faces, our real voices out there. Every single week, it's what we've always done. If you have a problem with me, if you don't like how I say something, if you don't like the show, if you don't like my vibe, whatever it is, that's fine. Like I appreciate you taking the time to give it a shot. But if I'm not your cup of tea, I'm not your cup of tea. You don't have to like everybody. That's perfectly fine. I hope you find an outlet that you enjoy. But if you attack my character and you attack me, I have a massive problem with that. And when you go out of your way to fucking backhand say it and not at me directly on Twitter, and I find out about it after the fact, I have a massive problem with that. A massive problem with that, because I'm a 33-year-old adult who has a 9-to-5 job, who has a 6-year-old daughter, an incredible wife, who has a career of her own. Like, we are adults, okay? But when it comes to a point of my character being attacked, I will not stand for that. I will not stand for that. And it's not one of those instances of like, oh, if you just knew me, you know I'm not like that. Like, it's not like that at all. Like, I know who I am. And I know I would never say something like what was insinuated. I would never. And so, like I said, if somebody comes at me and attacks my character directly, I'm going to stand up for myself. And like I had mentioned, it was a complete misunderstanding. Everything had been talked about in DMs. They understood it was a misunderstanding. I never said literally anything. The person who did brought their case forward, talked about how it was a complete misunderstanding. But again, the tweet was never taken down. And I believe it is still up to this day. And that is why I don't fuck with them. There was never an apology. There was an understanding. There was the understanding of a misunderstanding. There was never an apology. And because of that, I don't fuck with them. Sorry, not sorry. So that was the low light. What's up, Riz? What a time to go. I know, right? Fuck. The question earlier by Amazonian was, what is my favorite piece of memorabilia on the set? Favorite piece of memorabilia on the set. That's a great question. That is a great question. So, man, that's tough. That's tough. It might be this Polaroid right here that I've got. Trying to think. It's over on this side. Got to give a shout out to the Halo 3 limited edition, getting Steve, Jen, and Keith, all their signatures on that. That's a pretty good highlight. God, sick as face, you know what I mean? Like as Avatar Aang, that's a highlight there. I don't know. This helmet, I don't know. This isn't that cool though. I mean, I don't really fuck with that. You know what I mean? That's not that the individuals in chat right now who gifted it to us in the first place, not like it's any part of that, you know. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, this this helmet is fucking sick though. Huge shout out to Justin, goalie sniper in the chat. He did have this custom painted for us. Shipped it over from fucking Canada. Had to pay that bullshit to bring it over here, and permanent part of the set. I said as soon as we got it in, I would make it so it would have to be a perfect, like a permanent part of the set, and it is. He says send it back. All right, that's fine. I will. I'll keep your Halo records, by the way. Deal. So yeah, that's probably what I'd say. I'd say this Polaroid picture. The Halo 3 limited edition that's signed by the core cast, and then obviously the helmet here. Those are probably my 3 favorite pieces on the set. Probably. Amazonian says, very nice. Have him send it and then to me and I'll cherish it. Oh my God. Fulcrum, appreciate you, man. And like I said, we're open to questions right now. So if anybody has any questions they want to ask about anything, please feel free. Depending upon how long the show goes, like just in the future, I think it'd be cool if we did something like this. Just to, open the floor up. Because like I said, the show wouldn't be what it is today without you guys. And I want to give you guys that opportunity to ask your questions too. What was the photo you mentioned? A Polaroid? Yeah. So this is one of those like Instax, pictures. It's called a Polaroid, but yeah, it's like one of those Fujifilm like Instax cameras. And this has Lil Lucid in the picture, as a matter of fact, with Will and myself. And he wanted to get, he was going around, he was getting pictures with folks, and he asked us for a picture, and I thought it was really sweet. And again, I'll cherish this shit forever. I'll cherish this shit for fucking ever. So, permanent spot on the set. Like I said, man, it's meeting you guys at events. Like that's the best part. It's literally the best part. That moment. Favorite esports jersey. Oh, actually, hold on, Radnade. Hold up. Best team in the Infinite HCS era. Oh shit. I mean, it's a. Ooh, I think SSG last year clears. No offense to Shopify this year. I don't want people getting fucking mad at me. But no, I think SSG last year. They won all but one event. And the one event they didn't win is just because they just had an off one. And frankly, I didn't believe. It's shame. It's same with Shopify this year. It took me, like, I didn't believe. I thought, I don't know, part of me stupidly thought that Optic were going to wake the fuck up. And then they didn't. And I looked at, and now granted, I'm going to toot my own goddamn horn. Oh my God, Lakey Sasquatch, fucking love you, man. Oh my God. I was just thinking about you the other day. I was literally just thinking about you the other day. I hope you and the family are doing well. Fuck, man. But no, I'm going to toot my own goddamn horn. I was spot fucking on about Worlds this year. Yes, I predicted that, Will and I predicted that Shopify were going to win the whole thing. Okay? That was like, yeah. But I got it down to a fucking T. I called it. I said, if Shopify win in winner's final, yeah, I was right. I don't need a fucking button. I'll do it live. I was right. I said that if Shopify won in winner's final, that they would either sweep or 4-1 in the grand final because that first best of 7 favored them so heavily. And then I said if Optic somehow won in the winners final, that it would be closer. It would be much closer because, yes, that first best of 7 heavily favored Shopify. Shopify were going to win that probably no matter what. But if we got that second best of 7, it was much more back and forth. It was much more back and forth. And I nailed it. I fucking nailed it. So yeah, fucking shout out to me, motherfuckers. I nailed it. But no, again, sorry. I think that I think that if we're talking the best team in the game over the course of the 4 years, the fact that all 4 years had a different winner for Worlds was fucking remarkable. But I would still say that I believe that's if you're ranking like the best teams in the game, I think that Space Station, because they only lost one event that whole year, I think SSG 2024. I think SSG in 2024 was the best team in the whole game. Let's see. Rev asks, how does the slap affect Gunny's legacy? I think that they are both idiots, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Not going to talk about that absolute bullshit on this show. The best series of Infinite. The best series of Infinite. I'm going to be biased here, Danny. I'm going to be biased here. Optic FaZe 2023 Worlds Grand Final. Where FaZe won 8 maps in a row. Where Optic were on a strong start in that grand final, and then it all crumbled. And that was, I'm going to sound like, again, I'm going to toot my own horn. I was predicting that FaZe were going to win that Worlds, and I was nervous because they had been dropped to losers earlier that tournament, and no team had come from losers to win it all up until that point. No team had gone from losers to win the whole thing up until that point. And I remember, I remember talking to Royal 2. Oh, this is fucking funny. I remember talking to Royal 2 in the venue. And I'm like, you better fucking win, man. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you better fucking win. I was predicting you guys to win. They say, like, why the fuck do you do that? Now we're not now you just jinxed us. And I'm like, nah, just fucking lock in, dude. And they did. And they fucking locked in. And to see them go, like to see them win 8 in a row, the 4 to reset the bracket, and then the 4 additional in the sweep in the second best of 7, it was awesome. And then you hear there's no offense to Optic. Like I don't care like either way, right? I just loved how like the whole crowd going na 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 hey goodbye, like during that King of the Hill recharge game. It was electric. It was fucking just, man. That was hands down, in my opinion, the best series, my favorite series in all of Infinite. My favorite win would be Sen Season 1 with all the BS they went through. Oh yeah, Router 2. Yeah, man. The fact they had to go through open bracket was so fucking funny. Jesus Christ. Team with the biggest disappointment. Are we talking all 4 years together, or are we talking recent? Dextrip asks, what's your and Will's competitive background? Do you used to compete or just huge fans? Do you currently play ranked arena, gamertag, and rank? Dextrip, just fans of the game, man. Just fans of the game. Never used to compete, just been following the competitive scene myself since MLG Halo 2 days. Will since Halo 5 days. Will came in during the Halo 5 days. I've been a fan since a very fucking long time ago. Xerxes, team with the biggest disappointment for within all 4 years. Ooh. I mean, I think an easy answer, regardless of their bounce back at Worlds this year, complexity are high on that list for me. With all the roster changes that they had gone through, so on and so forth, I would say, like, I don't say this to dog on any teams. Like, I'm not saying this to be harsh to any team. It's just what I look at. Pure TSM. The emphasis of a top 6. And yes, I know they had got top 3 at fucking the first Worlds, but the bracket was easy for them. I wanted more for them. So whether that be like biggest disappointment, I don't know. It's a potato, you know what I mean? But I wanted more for them. I wanted them to shut me the fuck up. And they don't need to, obviously. They fucking want to win. That's obvious. But like, I wanted them to shut me the fuck up because I was here week after week after week, year over year over year, that they are a top 6 team. And they proved me right all the time that they were a top 6 team. And they got fucking top 8 at Worlds. I don't know. I wanted more for them. I really did want more for them. I was a huge believer in sticking together when times got tough, because I thought that, like, those are when you really find out who your true teammates are, when you work through that shit together and you come out stronger on the other side. And I was really hoping that pure TSM were going to buck that trend of continual top 6 finishes and actually show up when it mattered most, and they just weren't able to do it. So I would say, like, one of the bigger disappointments for me personally is not seeing them elevate further. So that's a big one for me. Rev says Mickey Mouse has top 3. I agree. And that's no offense to the players. You look at the fucking bracket. There you go. It makes sense. This year's Worlds was insane. I think SSG and FaZe losing when they did threw everything off. Yeah, but that's the beautiful part, Aldingo. That's the beautiful fucking part, man, is that it happened like that. You know? Because Will and I, when we were doing our predictions for Worlds, it was the most basic ass thing based off how we thought the bracket would go. The top 4 would be the top 4. You have teams kind of fighting for that top 6 placing, but nothing really crazy is going to happen. Will and I literally had like one prediction flipped from each other. But like, I was so happy. And I think I said it last week too. I was so happy that of all events this could have happened, it happened at this one. The fact it was the last Infinite event of the year. The fact it was the last Infinite event, the last official Infinite event period. And to go out that way. Obviously, I feel for fucking FaZe and SSG. Like, I wanted them to do better. I thought they were going to do better. But you got to beat the team that's in front of you. And the fact that they weren't able to, and the fact that Cloud9 showed up, the fact that Complexity showed up, it felt awesome. From a spectator standpoint, it just felt fucking awesome to see it happen in the way that it did. So I'm very, very happy about that. Nemesis this year pissed me off dropping right before Worlds. Yep. Well, Yep. Indeed. Envy and LG breaking top 6 and into top 4, wasn't expecting it all. Yeah, man. Yeah. I got a massive shout out to Envy there too. Massive shout out to Envy there as well. That was awesome. Actually, they both went from losers round 1 to be where they were. Like, guys, it's one thing, right? It's one thing to get to that point, but to get there from losers round 1, both teams on opposite sides of the losers bracket to fight their way through the way that they did, the way that Envy, or like I said it last week, the way that Envy were able to fight off TSM finally, it was awesome. It was just fucking awesome. So good for them. Juan, if you're still here in the chat, yes. The answer is yes for the time being. If you would be so kind. And if you're not here in the chat, I will just message you back in Discord. Watch a how to play Magic video for, oh my God. Have a great night, Danny. I really hope you do, man. I really hope you do. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you watch it. I hope you enjoy it. And know that you do not have to spend a fuck ton of money to get into Magic the Gathering. You can buy a precon. You can play with us. Like, I have shit ton of precons. I haven't modified them. Like, we have a good time. We have a good time. Any other questions before we close things up for tonight? Any other questions at all? Please. Also, if I missed any, I apologize. I'll try to scroll up here and take a peek. Fuck yeah, Frag. It's a great time, man. It is a great time. Oh, Xerxes asked a question that I did not answer yet. Favorite esports jersey in the Halo Infinite timeline? Favorite esports jersey in the Halo Infinite timeline? Fuck. I mean, ours is pretty sick. You know what I mean? I'll move my cup. See, ours is pretty fucking cool. No, but seriously, I'm gonna give as much as I was disappointed in them over the course of when they entered Infinite. I do need to give a very special shout out to Complexity, as a matter of fact, because you can't see it, but it is on the set. The Complexity jersey that they did in collaboration with Uriel, this was a limited drop that Complexity did with the HCS, and they partnered with the artist Uriel for their Complexity HCS line. And like, they did a mouse mat, which I have over there at the studio PC. They did this jersey, which is like legitimately just fucking awesome. This might genuinely be my favorite jersey of the Infinite era, and they never wore them. Like, they never fucking wore them, but this jersey goes unbelievably hard. Yeah, you did? You did? You did wear? No way, you did? Oh, at Fort Worth? Oh my God, I didn't fucking remember that. Thank you for the clarification. What the fuck are you doing here? What the fuck are you doing here right now? God damn. You lurking ass. Jesus. Don't fucking scare me like that. Congratulations on fourth. Congratulations on third yet again. Congratulations. Also, what's your plan? I'm not trying to fish for information. Like, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. I'm just curious. If you know your plan for the future, would love to know if you're still fucking competing. Another shout out for a jersey that I want to give. You got some things, Scott? I love that. Oh shit! I got to give another shout out to FaZe because they came out with a black. They came out with a black HCS jersey. And the worst part is, and I believe I'm right on this, but Descendant, if you would know this that I don't, then please. They haven't sold this again. I believe they sold this one fucking time, and it was only at the event, and you could not get it online, which is unbelievably stupid. Because this jersey is so simple yet goes so hard that I'm pissed that other people didn't get the opportunity to get it. So my favorite jersey in the Infinite era is probably the complexity HCS collab with art by Uriel. This might be my favorite jersey of the Infinite era. And then that second place might go to that Black FaZe jersey. That's probably what I'd say. So there you go. There you go. Goddamn. Yeah. Any other questions? Please. Oh. Shopify's jersey was actually pretty dope. Are you talking about? Yeah, Brooks, still awake, man. This is prime time for me. I'm up late anyway. Worst in-game skin from an org. I'm not afraid to fucking answer that. The worst one. Oh man. See, here's the purple SSG. No, Thonky, no. Purple SSG was awesome. Are you talking about like the Nebula one that they did? That shit's dope. Beth, the desert one looked fine. Okay, Thonky, God, fuck you, man. The desert one looked fine, Beth. Come on. You know what I'd say, genuinely speaking? The most recent phase and complexity ones, where it's like a fucking I don't even know how to explain it. It's like they tried to do like a diamond or like a dragon scale type shit. It looks bad. It looks bad. Both of those look just fucking bad. I want to give a shout out though, because as much as I dislike complexity skins, they came out with one that was like a blue kind of, like a dark blue, like lightning kind of looking thing. That shit was awesome. That skin was fucking awesome. So kudos to that. Also, there's a playoff optic one that looks like ass. Like the gold and it's like the gold and the fucking glaring white. That one's shit, in my opinion. I shouldn't be that harsh. Like artists actually worked on these. I should be nicer. But that's my opinion. Also, you know, in terms of like mediocre, I would say the fucking, when G2 was in it, TSMs as well. Like, I don't know, how many fucking black and white or like red and black can you have? You know what I mean? They all look so fucking similar. It's insane. I don't like those ones very much. They didn't do anything to like really shake things up. E United playoff Xerxes. I don't know. That shit kind of went hard. The fact Ryan would not let it go. The fact Ryan would not let that shit go, man. Holy moly. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? I have a different answer for biggest disappointment. I have a new answer for biggest disappointment. Fnatic. They're my biggest disappointment. Fnatic. I still main the white United class. Hell yeah, dude. I'm telling you though. Fnatic. Biggest disappointment over the last 4 years. I'll tell you why. Let's get everybody in a time machine and let's go back to 2021. We're going to go back to 2021. Halo Infinite HCS is kicking off. Raleigh's right around the corner. First event of the HCS season. First event for Infinite. A partnered organization does not have a team for the event. That partnered organization is Fnatic. I will never forget sitting in the crowd of that event and on the screens, like during the broadcast, they had, it was either the coach or the owner or someone affiliated with Fnatic was on the screen. It was a pre-recorded thing. But the individual was on the screen and they talked about how we're not worried. We can make a top team out of available free agents. And I'm like, I think I audibly laughed out loud when that was said. I think I audibly laughed out loud in the venue when I heard that. Because, again, no offense to any of the players that were picked up on Fnatic over the course of their tenure, but they didn't do anything. They got a couple skins in the game and they got the fuck out. So, yes, biggest disappointment are the frauds of Fnatic entering Halo Esports and then leaving. They left faster than Luminosity. Those motherfuckers left faster than Luminosity, and guess what? They never came back, which I guess could have been a blessing in disguise. Because Luminosity kept coming back, and then they'd stay around for 6 months, and they'd be like, yeah, fuck this shit, guys, and then they leave again. And they'd come back in the next one, then leave again, and come back in the next one. So I guess it was a blessing in disguise that Fnatic never came back. There's my biggest disappointment. Shout out. God damn it. I'll just ask one more time. Any other questions before we close things out for the night? And again, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. I appreciate it. Appreciate you all being here for the fucking, almost 4 hours? God, it's been a long time since we've had a long one like this. Holy moly. And again, shout out to everyone for the fucking, Smiley, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you all so much for the resubs and the follows and shit. God damn. You all are fucking amazing. Seriously. Bags for TS. How did they even get partnered at launch? Was there ever a Fnatic team in H5 or anything? No, there was not. I don't believe there was a Fnatic team in H5. But because of the partnership program with Infinite at the beginning of Infinite's life cycle, they wanted to get, and I can't speak for the HCS team, but the outside looking in, right? They wanted big name organizations. They wanted organizations. I mean, they still did, right? They want organizations where there was money, right? You wanted established organizations that are in other esports that have that pedigree, that have that viewership, that have that audience that come along with them. Because at the end of the day, it's all about driving those results. It's all about what organizations can we bring into the fold that align with our expectations. And because you're getting a revenue share when you get skins in the game. So they're heavily weighing these options before they bring an organization in. And Fnatic being one of the most well-recognized and well-known organizations in all of esports, it made sense, right? It made business sense to bring them in as one of the introductory organizations for Halo Infinite Esports. And obviously the rest was history. You know, shit happens. So somehow there was an org worse than Fnatic. Oh yeah, G1 and done, baby. G1 and done. Oh. All right. Guys, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. Amazonian, thank you for being here. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Greatly appreciated. God, this felt good. This felt really good. Haven't done a long one in a while, right? Haven't done a near 4-hour show in a long time. And I really, it just felt good to be able to chat with you guys. It really did. What a year. Had a nice time this stream. Thank you so much, man. What a year indeed. What a last 4 years, right? Holy shit. What a last 4 years this was. Holy shit, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not know how long this show will continue. I do not have a date for you, but I do know that it will continue for the time being. Funky ass, same time next week. Yep. Same time next week. And if I'm not mistaken, we should have Best Man on for the show. We'll talk about the last year. We'll talk about Shopify. It's going to be a good time. Bags for Tea, thank you for being here, man. Don't even worry about it. You're here now. You're here now. And if you want to go through the bullshit, you can trek through eight years of episodes, my man. I don't recommend doing it, but they're there for you if you so choose. More to come for Halo. You better stick around. We'll see, Amazonian. We'll see. Like I said, 8 years. We're doing it for 8 years. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that Ask B-Man about Verb Maker beef. One side. Oh my God, ref. Jesus. We love Verb, okay? We love Verb. He's a staple. He is a fucking staple. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 414 of HCS Pro Talk. Tune in next week. Should have B-Man on the show. It's going to be a great time. And if we don't, there will always be something to talk about in this scene that we all love. Maybe we'll go, one of these weeks or whatever, we'll go through, we'll talk deeper into like favorite moments over the past 4 years of Infinite, maybe favorite moments of the past 8 years of the show, whatever we decide to do. It'll be a fun time. Want to get you guys in the conversation as well. Thank you all so much again for hanging out and let me fucking ramble for nearly 4 hours. Love you all. See you next week. But until then, I gotta hit him with a Mind Freak. Where the fuck is the Mind Freak button? There it is. See you next week. But until then, bye-bye!